Good evening, everybody. Whoa, again, second time in a row. Want to say good evening and complete mess up. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to SAFC Fan TV. Today, Sunderland taking on Blackpool at home at the stadium, like only for the second time in 10 days we play at Blackpool. And join me to watch the game. First and foremost is wee Philly. How you doing, Phil?
Not so bad, Jack. I had a busy day, but we're here, raring to go, waiting for this this nice win over Blackpool, which should give us the 3 points to cement our playoff place. But not so bad, Jack.
Yes, and also down there on the bottom, we are joined by a now baldy-faced Dino. Dino, how you doing?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Yes. How does it feel to have the beard shaved? It feels strange looking at you.
It feels strange for you. How does it feel strange for you? Do you know what I mean? It looks strange for you.
No, because I'm used to looking at you with the disco lights in the background and the bed unmade and the little ginger beard there, but it's non-existent. I don't feel. It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't, mate. But one day when you grow a beard, you'll learn to appreciate it. You know what I mean?
In all those years in the future, maybe we'll have to whack the DeLorean out to go that far into the future. But of course, that's Sunderland playing Blackpool Knights. Some other news as well that broke today. Unfortunately, Dion Sanderson is now officially unavailable for the rest of the season. That's what he put on his Twitter, saying he won't be able to play any more games for the remainder of the campaign. Dean, I'm going to go to you first on this. That's good news, isn't it, really?
Sorry, I'm really sorry, mate. I wasn't paying attention. What did you say?
Right. No, that's fine.
Hang on. We're just right.
Yes,
me and you then, Jack. I don't think we don't need the baby face Dino.
Well, actually, Joyce, I've been suggesting this for a while. I mean, I know me and Dino do the watch-alongs, but I think, maybe you change up to it. Anyway, Dino, Dion Sanderson, now out for the rest of the season. That's a bit gutting, isn't it? Although you've kind of killed the vibe now. You've kind of ignored us.
Sorry, mate. It's go on, Philly.
Sorry, just before we go into all that, can I just say that we are live? So if you want to contact us via the live chat, you can do that and join in the show. Sorry about that. Jack should have done it. Dino.
Are we live yet?
Dino, go on, away you go.
It's a massive blow in it. I mean, everyone wants to see Dion Sanderson at the back. I mean, he adds pace. He's been one of our best players at the back. And I think if he was in the starting lineup with Bailey Wright, we would have seen Luke O'Nien come out as centre back and maybe into the midfield, where he should really play. But yeah, it's gutting. He's only a young lad and he's out for the rest of the season. If we do make the playoff final, he'll be missing out on that. A big experience to get the team he's played for this season promoted. And yeah, it's a big blow for him. I do hope we can get him back next season, maybe on a permanent. It'd be great, but I'm gutted for the lad, to be fair.
Yeah, it's absolutely gutting. Like, for a 20-year-old lad, he just seems to have so much quality, just oozes confidence and calmness. And he's one of the only, centre-backs who've actually got a bit of pace. I mean, O'Nien's not a slow lad, but by no means is he a natural centre-back. And I can't remember who made the point, but someone made quite a fair point to say that Sanderson could cover for O'Nien quite a lot because he's a quality centre-back, but as well, he's got that pace to get back. And when O'Nien is next to Bailey Wright, it's just not quite the same. Bailey Wright's just a little bit more sluggish at the back. Philly, I'll go to you on this as well. Dion Sanderson now out for the rest of the season. He's really impressed most fans, just about everybody, since he's in his time at the club. It's gutting, isn't it, really, to hear that. Unfortunately, it looks as if we won't be seeing him in the red and white stripes again.
Yeah, definitely. It's I think it took him a couple of games and that to sort of settle in. But once he got going, he was head and shoulders above everybody else. I think you're right. I mean, the chances of us actually, signing him, especially if we don't go up, so I think it's probably, the last time we'll see him play for Sunderland, which is unfortunate because, like I say, you could see he was a different class really to everybody else. But it is what it is. We just got to knuckle down and get on with it, like.
Yeah, and Phil, while we're on you, do you want to quickly go and read some of the comments in the live chat?
I do actually. There's a lot of comments about Dino. Some saying Thane is saying, "Where's Dino tonight?" Chris Law said, "Must have been windy." Dino. Stuart Shaw said Dino's been to see Edward Scissorhands. He hasn't actually, but somebody who has been to see Edward Scissorhands this week. Is Jack sporting a new haircut? A little bit lopsided, but if he tilts his head, then it should level out.
Well, Billy, I was very happy with it. In fact, I even tipped the barber £1. I was that happy with it. So we'll have none of that.
Right. Well, we'll chip in and get your dog.
Again, Lloyd Christmas there, innit?
I often get referred to as Lloyd, like it's. Tis what it is. I thought it was all right, to be honest. I'm quite happy with it, really. It beats having like just a huge bush on your head. But out of the three of us, right, if we're going to take digs at anyone's hair, surely I'm the one who should be getting the least criticism here. You know? Obviously, you can see Billy's hair, or rather lack thereof. But I
shave it off. That's all. Yeah, I've got hair. I just shave it off.
Oh, of course you do. I don't know how many people have seen when Dino lifts his cap up, but it's not a
I'll be joining the Phil bandwagon soon. Like,
I think it'll be smart looking at how far your hairline's going back. Like,
it's fine, mate. You'll get there one day. Trust us.
I don't think I will, actually. I think I should be all right. Anyway, back onto the football, of course. I'll tell you what. We'll read out Sunderland's lineup first. Sunderland line up like this. In goal is number 1, Lee Burge. Number 5, Bailey Wright. Number 6, the captain, Max Power. Number 9, Charlie White. Number 10, Aidan O'Brien. Number 11, Lyndon Gooch. Number 13, Luke O'Neill. Number 14, Josh Scowen. Number 23, Grant Lebeter. Number 28, Aidan McGeady. And number 33 is Denver Humes. Substitutes this evening. Number 20, Ronnie Matthews. Number 7, Chris Maguire. Number 21, Jack Diamond. Number 25, Callum McFadzean. Number 26, Carl Winchester. Number 27, Jordan Jones. And number 31 is Ross Stewart. Dino, I'll go to you on this first. Looks like we've got a back four with Lebeter and Scowen sitting deep. Obviously, White will be up top. And then it could either be a 4-2-2, could be 4-2-3-1, could even be 4-4-2. What do you think of it?
Well, when you say the lineup, I don't know where anyone's playing because you just say the names and numbers. You don't actually tell us where they are on the pitch. So,
do you want us to redo the entire thing? But go
you do. You should do that because people will probably be thinking, "Oh, Hugh must be playing up front because you mentioned him last."
Well, if anyone thinks Hume's playing up front, then I've got news for you. You're thick.
Is he not playing up front?
There we go.
Well, it's just he's got, what number is he? 33. Well, that's why, isn't it? It's number order. That's why he's reading them out in. Dino, if you can't work out what position the players are playing,
don't you start, Philly. Don't you start.
For anyone who doesn't know, Philly's got his own list of all the players with what positions they're playing, so that if God help us all, he ever has to commentate, he knows that Conor McLaughlin is a right back and not a left midfielder.
Thanks for that.
Anyway, Dino, are you happy with the lineup?
No, of course I'm not. I mean, John Jones again's in there. John Jones isn't in there. We're playing a 4-2-2, and as Terry alludes to every week, he hates that formation. I don't believe the formation's the reason why we do get beat or we draw the odd game, but I feel like the best formation we can play is 4-3-3. But let's not kid ourselves. Again, that lineup should be good enough to beat Blackpool. And let's not kid ourselves. If we get beat, it's not because of the formation. It's because the players either bottled it or we didn't take the chances or we made mistakes like it was last week. We didn't win the game last week because we made stupid mistakes. It wasn't because of the formation. We're 2-0 up in 12 minutes with this formation. So it does work. It just means the players bottled it like they have done the last 6 games. So really, that team should be good enough to win. I'm a bit disappointed not to see Jordan Jones in there because I feel like he just gives you something different. It's good to see Leadbitter in there, but I don't believe Scowen is the partnership with Leadbitter. I think Leadbitter should be with probably Winchester. Scowen's a bit more of he's out of position a lot in the 2. If you're going to play a 2, you would probably play either Winchester and Scowen or Leadbitter and Winchester. But other than that, the team's good enough to win the game at the end of the day.
Tell you what, I'm disappointed not to see in there. It's Ollie Younger. I mean, he's not even made it on the bench either. I go back, you mentioned our last game there and how things went wrong. And I think ultimately it was individual errors that cost us that game above anything else. And I think for the first 2 goals, you've got to look at Luke O'Nien. The second in particular, obviously, it was his own goal. He had it back. I know a lot of people have pointed the finger at Lee Burge, but I think when you're going to head it back to the keeper there, you've got to, well, if you're going to head it back towards goal, you need to either make damn sure that the keeper's getting that ball. And if not, you've got to head it so far away from the goal that there's never in a million years it's going to go in. And he didn't really do either of them. He just kind of headed it towards goal, I think, in the hope that Lee Burge would pick it up. I just think O'Nien, as much as I absolutely hate criticising him and it kills us to do it, I don't think he's a natural centre-back. And I think he's starting to get exposed a bit. His game intelligence isn't quite there as a centre-back. And, you know, to be fair to him, it's because he's not a centre-back. He didn't grow up to play in defence. He grew up to play in midfield. Of course, we pushed him out right back. That's a different ball game, really. Anyway, Phil, I'll go to you on this. Sunderland starting 11. How pleased are you with
that? Well, it all depends on this formation. If it's that, I mean, I do sort of agree with Terry on this when he says about the 4-3-3 because it worked so well when we played Hull City, and you know we should have won that game. And that I know, Dino, you're saying, you know, just because the formation change and whatever, but I think you know against the change of formation, I just don't understand why something what works so well at Hull, you would then go and change. So, you know, if it is this 4-2-2-2, you know, are we expect the same as we did on Saturday? I don't know. I like Gooch. Gooch has been playing all right. McGeady's always been steady. O'Brien's been all right. It looks all right to me, to be honest. It's I'm quite happy with it, but like I said, it depends what he's going to do with the formation. But you know, I'm happy and I'm confident for 3 points, but I always am.
Philly, we could stick 11 names that no one on planet Earth recognises, and you'd still be confident we're getting 3 points that we're going to go up in first place.
Well, yes, true. Well, no, not anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, is automatics off now for you?
Is what automatics is out now. It's still mathematically possible, like, but no, we're still out. Can I do a quick plug here, Jack, please? Would you let me in? Thank you very much. Don't forget, we've got 114 people at the moment on the stream tuned in. Thank you very much. Don't forget to give us a like. We like to get a couple of hundred on the likes, on the thumbs up. If you're watching on a mobile device, obviously, if you've got the live chat open, just close the live chat, hit the thumbs up, take a second to do that. But even more so, we are closing in on 6,000 subscribers. So if you do watch the channel and you're not a subscriber as yet, it's free to do so. Just hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. That really will help us out. Back to you, Jack, in the studio.
I think on the formation, there's a few different ways to look at it, but ultimately, I think our strongest performances have come when we've had 3 in the middle, and I think it's because none of our centre midfielders are particularly excellent, and they've all got the flaws, but at times you stick 3 of them together and you can get the best out of them. For example, Scowen can cover a lot of distance. He's very industrious. He can win the ball back, but he's got zero quality on the ball. Grant Lebetter probably struggles to get about as much, can't quite be that engine, but can control and dictate the game a bit. You got the likes of Winchester, who looks as if he's got a bit calmness and composure on the ball. Power likes to drive things forward. I think Power's more of a leader, maybe, as opposed to someone who actually does things himself. I think he does more work in terms of instructing others than he does actually him driving the ball forward himself. He tends to instruct people, we should say. Like I say, all of our centre midfielders, I think what we really lack is someone to go forward and create that chance and get the ball forward. But because our midfielders are all kind of flawed in their own ways, I think when we play 3 in the middle, you can get that nice compromise, that nice balance. For example, when we had Max Power sat behind O'Nien and Scowen, that's 3 centre midfielders who offer very different things. And the last time we played 4-3 against Hull, what was it? Leadbitter, Scowen, and Winchester, I think it was in the end. Again, 3 players who all offer different things. So I think that's why we tend to benefit. We have 3 in the middle. But going back to the last game, I don't think you can really blame the formation, to be honest. Dino, we'll go to you now. The opposition lineup. Have you got Blackpool's up?
Of course I have. I don't know why you ask. I always do. Right. So So in goal is Maxwell.
Hey.
It looks like they're playing a 5-4-1 today. At left back is Luke Garbett. In the centre is Husband, Forney and Ballard with Turton on the right. At left is Kai. I'm sure he had a good game last time. Ex-Sunderland player Ethan Robson in the middle with Dougal or Dougal. It's up to you. I say Dougal. On the right is Ward. And up front is Yates. On the bench, they have Jordan Lawrence Gabriel, Dimitri Mitchell, Ellis Sims, Marvin Epikna, I don't know how to pronounce that, Stuart Moore, Bradley Holmes, and Kevin Stewart. Marvin
Dino,
you might don't have to say it again.
Dino, just doodle it. Dougal it.
Peter Dougal.
Doesn't matter. Forget it. Carry on.
That's
anyway,
a team, mate.
Moving swiftly on, of course. Just to look at Blackpool, though, of course, we only played them 10 days ago. They beat us 1-0. Luke Garbutt scored for us. Lee Burge making a bit of a howler on that one. But since then, they've actually went on to lose 2 games. 1-0 away to Rochdale and 1-0 at home to Shrewsbury. Now, previously, Blackpool were in red-hot form. They'd earned themselves a spot in the playoffs, or, well, they were heading that way after looking as if they were down and out in regards to that, really. But 2 defeats in the last 2 games. I think our performances, Dino, have been slightly improved as of late. Are you quite confident going at night?
No, I'm not. I'm not confident. It's like Blackpool have beat we, so them know they can beat we again. Whereas can we beat Blackpool? I mean, on recent form, you'd probably say no. And I was looking at the table, and we go on like we've got the best defence in the league. We actually don't. We've got the 3rd best. Blackpool have got a better defence than us. They've only conceded 37 and scored more than us. So, we're just in a really bad patch of form. Maybe so. Blackpool, have you seen they've been beaten the last 2? But I mean, I don't know. I feel like they've been quite defensive today. I feel like they're going to play out for a draw with a 5-4-1. That's very defensive. Go for it, Jack. What are you going to say?
I was just going to say, I think promotion is in their hands, really. Just looking at the table, they've got Portsmouth, who are level on points, but Blackpool have a game in hand on Portsmouth. They've then got Charlton, who've played the same number of games, but the 2 points ahead of them. But Blackpool can even be looking upwards to Oxford, who they've got 2 games in hand on the same points. So I think the point for them might be actually an all right result, an all right return. They've got 4 games left. We have 3, but I think looking at that, if we get a point tonight, it'd probably be all right for them. Really, they're not absolutely desperate for points. But anyway, Philly, just to quickly, Brett, I see we've got a super chat.
Yes, we have. Once again, I want to say a massive thank you to Marianne Carlo, who does this every time, has donated $3. Round of applause for Marianne. Thank you very much. Don't forget, we'll take this point to tell you that the super chat is available. It is purely optional. You can still comment for free, but if you want to purchase a super chat, then all the proceeds go to growing the channel and funding extra content we're going to do. Jack?
Yes, Philly, but where's Marianne from, more importantly?
From Boston, Massachusetts.
Hey, there we go. Today's going to be a good day.
It is something like that. I want to also I want to give a shout out to Leighton Jordan. Now, Leighton is in fact, just let me put this up. All right, there you go. This is Leighton. I came. We played 5-a-side football last night, and he came to watch us. And this is obviously me and Jack there with young Leighton. So thanks for coming to see us, Leighton. We said we'd give him a shout out there, and I noticed he's in the chat. So there you go. That's Leighton. Over to you, Jack.
Yes, the 2 injured parties there out on the touchline. But we went along and we had a bit of crack, didn't we, Phil?
2 cripples.
Yes, the 2 cripples. I mean, I wish I wasn't injured. Everyone keeps saying I'm faking it, but such is life. Such is life.
It's what Karen says to me all the time, to be honest, Jack.
Yes, go on.
Faking it. Oh, man, it's going to go over your head.
Took us a set the clock on, but got there in the end when you said that. Lads, I'm not sure where else to go with this. Really, I feel I guess I'll come to you on Blackpool then. Really, I mean, you're always confident going into games, but just how confident are you going into the night?
Well, even though when we played Blackpool down there, we didn't really look like scoring. They wouldn't have scored either, you know, if it hadn't been for the mistake Birch made. So even though they've been on a good run, or they had been on a good run, I think they've sort of they've stuttered a little bit now. And I didn't think Blackpool looked as good as you know, I think we was expecting them to be. So I know I'm always confident anyway, but they're definitely there for the taking. I mean, 6 games without a win, it's got to come to an end. And I am confident. I'm confident we're going to make the playoffs anyway. So, and I'd like to think tonight's the night that's going to more or less cement our place. I would have thought so. I'm not worried at all. I just expect to win, but I always do. Jack,
I just think I can go in at night as well. I mean, I said it the last time we played Blackpool, it was only 10 days ago, but it looks like a really good opportunity going into the playoffs to give ourselves a favour, give ourselves the upper hand. We could very well end up playing Blackpool, whether it be in the semi-final, if we make it to the final in there as well. But going into these last 3 games of the season, like, if we need to be looking to build some momentum and get ourselves back to where we were a few weeks ago, where we were just so confident about everything. Because when you go into the playoffs confident, I've said it with Charlton, when it was towards the end of our very first season back in League One under Jack Ross, Charlton stormed into the playoffs. They kind of came through late, and because they were in such good form, I think they had such good confidence and such good composure going into those playoffs, and that's why they did so well. I mean, they were playing us in the final, we were absolutely rubbish, so maybe there's that one as well. But Phil, I see we've got another super chat.
We have. I want to say a massive thank you to Marley Gibson, donated £5 to the channel. Round of applause for him. And I love his comment. I love the positivity of any fans. It says, I know it's a long shot, but Peterborough could still lose the last 3, and we could win the last 3. There's still a little bit of hope left. So not only do I love Marley Gibson for donating to the channel, but I also love Marley Gibson because he is positive, and I just love anything like that. Quickly before I hand back to you though, Jack, I want to give a shout out to Dean Cook, who says enjoying the pre-game of SAFC Fan TV from Oregon in the US of A. So there you go. Keep it up, gents. So thanks, Dean, and of course all our viewers who tune in from overseas for the commentary. Back to you in the studio, Jack.
In the studio, my mum's office. You mean that she uses throughout the day? And I'm substitute to season, lads. I've just had a little look there. Chris Maguire and Jack Diamond are named among them. I think Diamond did really well, especially in the lead up to Max Power's goal, but he seems to be a bit inconsistent. I've given him a bit of criticism regarding his end product, but I think he's got a lot of energy and he can run at defenders really well. You can see how terrified the Iron Man's a bit of when Denver Hume first came back into the side. He just seems to have that knack of making defenders worry. Chris Maguire on there as well. I mean, we know how much of an impact he can make. Jordan Jones as well. But Dino, I think importantly, there's a lot of strong options on that bench to potentially change the game.
Yeah, but like Chris Maguire being on the bench, you might as well just not have him there because he never gets on. And if he does get on, it's like 5 minutes where he can't do nothing. So he's just a pointless substitution. I've seen people giving Ross Stewart a lot of sticks saying that he's not good enough, but you can't say that after 4 games. I don't even think he's had 90 minutes in the Sunderland shirt yet, and you're already writing him off. I think that's just the negativity some fans just have because the way we're playing, and they're just looking at anything to just have digs at certain players. So I mean, I can't judge him on that. I still can't even judge Winchester at the minute, and he's played a couple of games. I still can't judge him. So how can you judge Ross Stewart, who's not even played 90 minutes for Sunderland yet? I still don't understand. Jack Diamond, I thought he was great when he came off the bench. I mean, he set up Max Power's goal. He was positive when he had the ball. He just looked really good. He terrified their defence. Remy Matthews is just a sub you don't really need because last week it was Anthony Patterson. Obviously, McFadzean's there just... What?
I wonder why that was.
I know that I found that strange, but it is what it is. Johnson does his own thing. McFadzean's there just in case Young does get injured. Carl Winchester's there because you need someone in the centre just in case Ledbetter does pull up. And Jordan Jones, full of pace. I mean, you could take him off on McGeady or Gooch. So yeah, it's quite a strong bench. But with Chris Maguire being there, you might as well just have Dan Neil there because Dan Neil's more likely to get chosen over Chris Maguire at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's literally just there to make the numbers up, in all honesty, but he can have such a great impact on games, especially as a substitute. And there's been games recently where not much has been going for us in the last 20, 30 minutes of games, especially. And you can see, I mean, the Blackpool, the game we played it 10 days ago, was crying out for him to come on and make that impact, I thought. And a few games that have been in that recently where you've just been crying out for Maguire to come on and do something. We've seen the impact he can have when games aren't going your way. I've said it a few times, but over 2 legs against Portsmouth in the playoff semi-finals, the only goal to be scored. Ipswich at home towards, was one of the last games we played, actually, in the last season. It will have been, roughly. Again, not much was going our way in that game, and he popped up with a goal from the edge of the box. He's just got that knack of scoring, I think, in games when things aren't going your way, and it's those type of wins you need to pick up if you want to get Morton, and we could have really done with him in the last few games, really. On Ross Stewart as well. I mean, like I see, I've seen a lot of fans criticising him as well, and I don't get it because, like you see, I don't think he's had enough of a chance to really cause a negative impression. But from what I have seen of him, he looks decent. Physical presence, a target man. I think he's got a lot more physicality than Wyke. He's got more ability to win headers, to run the channels. He's got a bit of strength. He looks as if he's got he could be a decent target man. Like I said, it's physicality. I don't really see that in Wyke, and that's not necessarily a criticism of Wyke, because I think he's just a poacher, but I think he just could offer us a different option up top. Really, Philly, I'll go to you on this as well. I mean, there looks as if there could be a few players on there at the very least that can change the game. I mean, to me, looking at that, Jordan Jones and Jack Diamond are two that stand out straight away.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. Jones has always impressed me, to be honest. But I mean, Gooch is playing all right, so it's one of them things. It's I still think Gooch deserves a start on how he's been playing, but Jones is brilliant. Maguire can still come on and do something. So it's just a case of, there are options on the bench there. Diamond, so, and again, Stewart, I mean, you're right, people writing him off. He's not even, he's not had enough time on the pitch to be doing that. And if you remember, it wasn't so long ago that, didn't he come on a sub and just score straight away or something? He got a goal and all of a sudden he was
against African in his first game.
Yeah. There's definitely options there. Before we do go to it, go to the match. We've got we did some predictions on Sunday, but you wasn't on, Jack. So I've got mine and Dino's. What's your prediction for tonight's game?
Is he froze? I think he's frozen.
Right, okay. Well, apparently he said 6-0 to Sunderland, so we'll write that down. Right, Jack's frozen. The players are out on the pitch, so while Jack sorts his internet out, we will, if it kicks off, we'll start, and Dino will start the commentary on that. Just very quickly, 159 people watching, 74 likes. Just hit the thumbs up, see if we can get that up. And more importantly, if you do watch the channel and you're not subscribed, please do so. It's free to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 6,000 subscribers. On the chat, Marley Gibson says, if we play 3 in midfield, if they play 3 in midfield, we should do the same. Pedro Lucas says, let's go Black Cats. I imagine he's from overseas. And David Walker says he thinks Peterborough are going to win tonight and confirm their promotion. Fair enough. Good point. Jack, you're back. I was asking, what's your prediction for tonight's game?
Sure is, right. I'm going to say we're going to bounce back today. We're going to win 2-1. As much as the result didn't go our way, as much as I say, as much as the result didn't go our way the other day, I think we've had improved performances in our last 2 games. I think it's only so long that you can go with playing better before the results start to come better as well. I thought we did very well against Hull. The performance was really good, and that backed us to bounce back in our last game against Accrington. Of course, we ended up throwing that away, but I've got a big confidence going today. I'm going to predict a 2-1 Sunderland win. I just feel as if we've had a bit of a rut now, and we're going to get out of it.
Swapping ends again, like they did on Saturday. Well, just very quickly, my prediction was 2-0. Dino, can you remember what you predicted?
I says we get beat 1-0.
You did. You said we would lose 1-0. Right. Well, we're about to kick off, so I don't know who's going to start the commentary between you two.
Dino, do you want to do it? Because due to my connection problems, I've just had to get.
Yeah, go for it, mate. I'll go for it. Sunderland are kicking right to left, Blackpool left to right. Blackpool on there. Looks like nice blue kits, actually. Nice blue kits. Sunderland in the traditional red and white.
Dino, Sunderland are kicking. Oh, they are kicking right to left. Sorry, I've got switched around on mine. Sorry about that.
Obviously, everyone's taking the knee. And I see our good friend, I'll call him by his real name, Anthony Lee, is on the chat. I just see what he said.
Lee!
Tony, man.
Anthony. Anyway, we're kicking off now. Sunderland underway. We've locked the ball down. Charlie White wins the header towards Gooch, but it's intercepted by, I believe that was Garbett. Max Power has the ball, knocks it inside to Scowen, who gives it to O'Brien. And Blackpool clear the ball. Bailey Wright's underneath and heads the ball forward. Bit of I would say a bit of head tennis, but look, nice doing a lovely ball over the top towards Charlie White. Charlie White in the box now on the right side. He's holding the ball. He plays it out to Lyndon Gooch. He's got Max Power on the overlap. He doesn't use him. He comes inside, whips the ball in, but it's cleared by Blackpool, only as far as Winchester, who gives it to Denver Hume. Denver Hume is tackled there, and Yates will give chase, but Bailey Wright's underneath it. It's a bit more. Blackpool have the possession in the middle of the park. It's with Yates now. Yates spreads it out to the left to, I believe that is Garbett, who switches the ball down looking for Yates, but it's cut out by Max Power. Scowen back to Max Power. Max Power on the right side of the pitch. He'll go long looking for Charlie White. Charlie White will win the header, but it falls to a Blackpool player. That was Turton there. Turton puts the ball out of play for a Sunderland throw in, and there to the chat there.
Yeah, just very quickly. Tom Wallace says, bang, an early goal for Sunderland. £2 donated. Thanks very much, Tom Wallace, for that. Back to you, Dino. We're back in play.
Back in play, and Denver Hume has it on. Yeah, very close. Denver Hume goes past number 20, Turton. Denver Hume plays the ball down the line, but it's cut out by Ballard. Ballard now in the corner. He plays the ball down the line, flicked on by Turton, only as far as Scowen, who gives it to Hume, who knocks it all the way back to Bailey Wright. Inside Ledbetter. Ledbetter with a lovely touch there and gives it out to Max Power on the right side. He's in the centre circle. Plays the ball forward, but it's cut out by Husband. Husband gives it inside to Dougal. Dougal back to Ballard. Ballard gives it to Thornley. Thornley to Husband. Husband looks for Garbett and finds him on the left side, who gives it inside at Robson, who plays the ball down line, but it's went to nobody but Lee Burge. Lee Burge comes out and gives it to Luke O'Nien on the right side now. Luke O'Nien across to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright looks up and gives it inside to Scowen, who nearly gives the ball away, but we'll get lucky as Ian McGiddy does collect the ball, gives it back to Bailey Wright, who gives it across the box to Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien now gives it to Max Power on the right touchline. Max Power goes long again, looking for the run of Charlie White. Charlie White does win the header. Gooch wins the second ball now. He's just on the edge of the box. Gooch turns, tries to go down the side of the box. He floats it into the middle and it's cleared by Blackpool, but only as far as Grant Ledbetter. Grant Ledbetter brings the ball down and he gives it out to Ian McGeady. McGeady has Hume to use on his left. He does give it to him. McGeady goes on the overlap and run for Hume. Hume takes it down to the touchline. Comes inside and he's brought down and it's a free kick to Sunderland on the edge of the box. Comments there, Phil?
Just want to give a shout out to we've got a lot of Blackpool fans tuning in. Welcome to you lots. Hope you enjoy the commentary. And DG Earth saying fish finger sandwiches on the house. Good morning all. He's over in Carlisle, normally in his taxi. Free kick to be taken then. Back to you, Dino.
Yeah, position's about 20 yards on the left side of the box. if we do score, will you please not put it in the chat, because it does spoil it for us and it spoils it for everybody else, because we will be a little bit behind. McGeady's over this free kick. He will whip it towards the front post. It's hit off Bailey, Luke O'Nien, I believe, but back out to McGeady on the left side. But the referee's given offside, I believe. It's a free kick to Blackpool. Jack, on a first 4 minutes, what are you thinking so far?
I'm not much use here, Dino, because I missed the first about 2.5 trying to get my stream back up. I switched it back on pretty much as a few seconds before Hume got taken down. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, about the minute that I saw the game, we've been on Blackpool's final third. So, brilliant.
What about you, Philly?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's early days, but we're pressing Blackpool, which is what we want. We're back in play, Dino.
Yeah, I think this is Garbett on the left side there. Garbett gives it back to Husband to Thornley. I think their three centre-backs are playing like a left-back, centre-back and right-back, and letting the two wingers, left-back and right-back, bomb on. It's out with Luke Garbett on the left side of the pitch. Luke Garbett comes inside, heading towards halfway line. He goes to switch it into the middle, but I think that was Ethan Robson there. But Sunderland win the ball back in the middle, but it's given away. Number 6, Ethan Robson will try and keep it in, but he won't keep it in. A Sunderland throw in. Comments there, Philly?
Steve M73 said disco lights on at half time, or leave to the 61st minute. So at some point they want your circular ones. I think they're on about their.
They're just not facing the back wall. You can see just in the corner there.
Right. Yeah. If they're not facing the back wall, what's the point?
Yeah, with the next break in play, I'll stick them on my unmade bed.
You better.
Anyway, ball played down the line towards Gooch. It's cut out. It's with Sunderland retain the ball in the centre now. It's with Ledbetter. He's under pressure. He gives it back to Max Power on the halfway out. Gives it back to Luke O'Nien. Goes across to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright over to Denver Hume now. He's under pressure by Ward. He goes down the line looking for Charlie White. Charlie White will give chase, but Ballard will get there before Charlie White. He's in the at the corner flag now, and he'll kick it out of play. Comments there, Philly?
Yeah, just very quickly. Miguel Sanchez has donated £5 on the super chat. Thank you very much. Away the lads from Basingstoke. Round of applause for Miguel. Thank you very much for that. We're back in play as far as I can see there, Dino.
Yeah, Denver Hume whips the ball to the near post. Charlie White tries to get a shot away, but it's hit off Thornley. He plays it back out towards Ian McGeady, but it's played off him by, I believe, Taunton. Taunton hits it off McGeady, and it's a throw in to Blackpool.
Just very quickly, Dino, Jeff Allcroft says, Jack, the barbers are open now. Daniel Gunn says, good commentary from Disco Lights. So you got a fan in there.
From Disco Lights.
So there you go, Dino. Right, back in play.
Yeah, back in play with Taunton throws the ball down line. 7 minutes gone here at the Stadium of Light. It's thrown down the line. I think that's Kai nods it on. Kai again heads it on, but Ledbetter picks up the loose ball. And Ledbetter will play it all the way back to Leiburge. Leiburge has the ball. He gives it to Luke O'Nien just on the outside of the 18-yard box. Plays it forward to Winchester. Oh, no, that's Ledbetter. Sorry, Ledbetter back to O'Nien. No. O'Nien spreads it out to the right to Max Power. Max Power looking for another pass, but he plays it back to Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien over to Bailey Wright now, just outside of the box on the left side. He gives it to Hume on the touchline. Hume back to Bailey Wright. Oh, what a pass. He's went to give it back to Bailey Wright, and he's given it straight for a corner to Blackpool on the left side. Terrible decision there by Denver Hume. Nearly 8 minutes gone, and it's the first corner of the game for Blackpool on the right side of the pitch, our left. Given away by Denver Hume. Comments there, Phil?
No, not a lot going on. So Ian Buckingham says, go Disco Dean. All right, we'll properly get him. Oh, it's all right. He's got his proper lights going there in the back, and they're loving it. No, back to you, Dino, for the corner.
Right, no, but number 29 will be taking this corner. Number 29, I don't even know who number 29 is. Oh, Luke Garbett. Luke Garbett whips the ball in.
Probably Gary
It's
Rowell.
cleared by Sunderland. But Blackpool retain possession on the halfway line. I don't know who that is. I think that's Thornley. Thornley kicks the ball upfield towards Garbett. He's won the header, but Ledbetter wins the second ball. He gives it to Josh Scowen now. Josh Scowen on the left side of the pitch. He plays it down the line, but it's comes off Dougal, and so far Sunderland throw in. Hume will come over to take this throw in, and he will throw it back to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright across to Luke O'Neill on the edge of the box in the centre of the pitch. Out to Max Power at right back. Max Power will go long down the line. I hate this long ball down the line. It never works. And he's knocked it straight out for a Blackpool throw in. Jack, is that a bit frustrating? I've seen we do that a couple of times now where Max Power will get the ball and launch it down the line.
Yeah.
Is that frustrating?
He's the one who tends to do it the most, really. I think a lot of our fullbacks do it, though, where they just ping it up the line looking for one of our wings to get on the end of it, but it doesn't tend to work, and we tend to concede a lot of throw-ins and just give the ball away needlessly times. But I think at times it might come from having a lack of outlet down the middle, through the middle, to take the ball forward, and maybe we just go a bit more route one.
Yeah, it's very frustrating, especially when White isn't actually someone you can actually aim for. If it was Ross Stewart, maybe fair enough, because he will win the header, but
Rod.
I mean, we're just giving the ball away. What?
Rod, mate.
Rod Stewart. Sorry, Phil. Rod Stewart. My mistake. Anyway, Blackpool play the ball down the left-hand side because they did win a free kick, and it's went straight to Luke O'Neill. They've just give the ball straight back where Luke O'Neill goes across the pitch to Bailey Wright, just inside the Sunderland box. Bailey Wright switches it to Luke O'Neill. There seems to be a lot of this Luke O'Neill and Bailey Wright playing football by themselves. Luke O'Neill goes long down the left side. Charlie White won't win the ball, and it comes out to Dougal. Dougal plays the ball to Kai. It took a deflection, but Dougal will retain the ball. He gives it to Robson, who gives it to, I believe that's Luke Gorbett on the left side of the pitch. Gorbett gives it back to Husband. Husband to Thornley, who gives it to Ballard now. Ballard has Turton on the right, and he doesn't use him. He switches out to the left to Gorbett. It's a good switch ball there. Luke Gorbett now, rocking with the long hair he is, plays it inside to Dougal, who gives it to Robson, who gives it back to... I'm getting confused with these players, to be fair. Anyway, it's a header. Sunderland will retain the ball. Ledbetter flicks it over Kai's head, but Yates takes it off him and plays it back to Thorne, who gives it out to Taunton. Taunton on the halfway line plays it all the way into the middle of Thornley now. Thornley just on the centre circle. Plays it down the right-hand side. Brought down by Turton. Turton comes inside. He tries to play the ball into Kai, but it's intercepted. And Sunderland win the ball. But the referee's given a free kick as Charlie White deems to have fouled the player for Blackpool. So.
Right. Quickly in there, Dino, just to let you know, Charlton are beating Crewe 1-0 and Lincoln are winning 1-0 at Shrewsbury Town at the moment. So that's where we stand in other games which are going on in our league at the moment.
No problem. Anyway, it's a free kick at Blackpool. Almost 12 minutes gone here. Who's number 12? Number 12 is Dougal. Dougal's over this free kick. But no, Gorbett's now over this free kick. It's just an hour half this free kick.
How confusing.
I know. Who's that? Is that number 3? Who's number 3? Oh, Husband. Husband takes this free kick. Anyway, it's in the Sunderland box. And Ian McGeady has the ball. He plays it out to Ledbetter. Ledbetter switches the ball dangerously to Luke O'Neill. Luke O'Neill brings the ball down well and clears the ball from the Sunderland box, looking for Charlie White. Charlie White does head the ball out for a Blackpool throw-in, which is taken quickly, I believe. No, he hasn't took it.
Right, Josh Scowen-esque, that header from White. Just like
it is.
Husband
throws it all the way back to Thornley. Thornley puts the ball across to, I believe that's Ballard. Ballard now with the ball, approaching the halfway line, looking for the long ball, which he does go long, looking for Yates, but it'll go straight out for a Sunderland throw in near our corner flag. Phil, any comments?
Yeah, very quickly, want to give a shout out to Joe Gray Trumpet from his sweet home in Alabama. He says, let's go. He's just tuned in. He's saying, why no Jones in the 11? Well, who knows? Only Lee Johnson. Right, we're back in play. Dino, if you want to take over.
Yeah, Max Power with a long throw down the line. It's won by a Blackpool player. Bailey Wright's underneath it and heads the ball forward. Dougal heads it down to the right side to Turton. Turton now with his lovely green boots on. Gives it to Dougal, plays it out to number 18, who the hell's number 18? Ward. Ward plays it to Ballard, who plays it in the middle to Thornley. Thornley now plays the ball long down the right side, looking for the run of Turton. Turton probably will not keep this in, and it's a throw into Sunderland near the corner flag. Anyway, Jack, thoughts on the match so far? 14 minutes in.
Well, I've actually missed bits and pieces of it here because I've had to keep closing my stream now to get it back up. But it seems to me so far as if it's been a bit of a non-event. Not a lot happening, in all honesty. A little bit scrappy maybe, but two teams that are quite evenly matched, I think it seems, because no side seems to be getting the better of the other.
Yeah, anyway, Aidan O'Brien with the ball now. I feel like it's the first time I've mentioned Aidan O'Brien's name. It's the first time he's touched the ball in about 15 minutes, but he does win a free kick. He's not happy with the referee for some reason, but he has got the free kick. And Sunderland play quickly with Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen to Ian McGeady. He plays the ball down, looking for the run of Aidan O'Brien, but the goalkeeper Maxwell will collect it, and he throws it out to Dougal now. Dougal running with the ball forward. He's got Ward on the outside of him. He plays it across to Luke Garbett. Luke Garbett plays it to ex-Sunderland player Robson. Robson plays it back to Garbett, just on the halfway line. Plays it inside to Dougal, who plays it back to Husband. Husband in the middle to Thornley. Thornley to Ballard. Nearly 50 minutes gone here. Ballard back in the middle to Thornley. Thornley with the ball. There's no press. Sunderland's not pressing them here. Thornley's got all the time in the world to do what he wants. He plays it out to Luke Garbett on the left side. Garbett looks for Robson, but it's cut out by Max Power. He plays it to Gooch on the right side. Gooch with a lot of space to run into. He cuts back in on himself and gives it back to Max Power. Max Power under pressure by Robson. He knocks the ball forward and gives the ball straight away. Blackpool retain possession with Luke Garbett. Plays it inside, and Kai has it now in the centre of the pitch. He plays it inside to Ward now. Ward will break to the right side. He has Turton on the outside of him, and he does use him. Kai makes another forward run, but Turton doesn't use him. He plays it inside to Dougal. Dougal back to Taunton. Taunton plays it back to Thornley. Just inside their one half here. Thornley to Ballard now on the right side. Plays it to Turton on the halfway line. Turton looking for a pass. He's under pressure by McGinney. He'll play it back to Ballard, who plays it back to Thornley. Charlie White will make the press. Ballard gives it to Husband, who inside to Dougal, who does really well there. Now it's Kai now. Back to Husband. Husband goes along looking for the run of Yates, and he will not get there, and it's comfortably for Max Power. Max Power rolls it quickly out to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright out to Max Power. Max Power to Ledbetter just in the middle. Ledbetter will go along, and Charlie White, will he win the ball? It's a bit of a tussle, but he doesn't come out with the ball, and it's with a Blackpool player on their left side. Clears it down the line. Won by Luke O'Nien, only as far as Thornley, but well cut out by Aidan O'Brien. Now Kai running through the centre of the pitch. Kai uses Yates on his left side. Right, Yates is on the left side. What's he going to do? He goes a couple of step overs. He goes into the box, but he is tackled. Well done by Luke O'Nien, and Max Power retains the ball. Max Power to Lyndon Gooch now. Lyndon Gooch plays it to Aidan O'Brien. Aidan O'Brien is tackled, but Lyndon Gooch will pick up the loose ball and gives it to Max Power, who plays it back to Lee Burge. Lee Burge out to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright to Josh Scowen now. Josh Scowen in the centre of the pitch, just in our own half. Plays it back to Bailey Wright, who's at left centre back. Across to Luke O'Nien, who will go right down the middle. It's a fresh air swing by Lyndon Gooch. He's give the ball to Ethan Robson. Robson to Ward. Ward in the centre circle. Plays it back to Ballard, who gives it to Turton. Turton inside to Ward. Plays it back to Ballard, who just controls it. He nearly missed control, and he gives it in the middle to Thornley. Nothing really much is happening here. Garbett now on the left side of the pitch, comes inside, goes past one player, but plays it back to Husband. Husband Thornley to Ballard. I feel like Thornley, Ballard and Husband have most of the big and ball.
Well, it's either that or it's O'Nien and Wright.
It's pathetic. Anyway, Turton on the right side now on the touchline. Comes back and plays it back to Ballard, who plays it back to Thornley, who will no doubt give it back to Husband. For God's sake, Husband goes long down the left looking for the run of Yates, but it's out for a Sunderland goal kick. And to the comments, please.
Just give them different names.
Just very quickly, Accrington have taken the lead against Portsmouth. They're winning 1-0. On the chat, Stephen McIntosh says Accrington could be the dark horses. Tony Lee with a proper good comment saying Dino's had a shave whilst Dudsey has a shaving rash. There you go. Back to you, Dino.
Very funny, Tony.
Anyway, so we're back in play with Sunderland with Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright looking for a pass. There's just no movement. It's ridiculous. And Bailey Wright plays it back to Luke O'Neill. And Luke O'Neill will play it long down the middle, looking for Charlie White. Charlie White does win the header, and he heads it to Max Power on the right side now, just in their half. Max Power will burst down the right side. He whips the ball towards the back post, and it's Aidan O'Brien actually kept it in there. Done very well to keep it in, and Hume will recover the ball just on the halfway line. He plays it back to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright back to Hume. Hume now. What's he going to do? He plays the ball back to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright over to Luke O'Neill. Luke O'Neill looking for a pass to Max Power. Max Power just on the half lane and plays it back to Luke O'Neill, who will go across to Bailey Wright. No surprise. Bailey Wright goes long down the middle. Actually, down the left, and McGeady will control the ball. McGeady just on the touchline. He plays it to Denver Hume. Denver Hume to McGeady. McGeady tries to play a through ball to Josh Scowen, and it's cut out, and Ballard will get the ball and play it to Maxwell. Maxwell launches the ball down the middle looking for Kai, but Bailey Wright's underneath it, only as far as Dougal. Dougal to Robson, who gives it out to Luke Garbett now. Luke Garbett turns on himself and gives the ball, comes inside with the ball, turns and goes outside to Ethan Robson. Robson on the left side of the pitch, plays it back to Husband. Husband to Luke Garbett, back to Husband. There's just no time. 20 minutes and I can't even register anyone having a shot yet. This has been poor by both teams. Anyway, Ballard to Turton. Turton under pressure by Hume. And it's Turton's went all the way back to Maxwell. Oh God, this is a hard watch. Anyway, Forney on the ball, goes long down the right side of the pitch. Turton will bring the ball down on his chest. Plays it inside to Kai. Ledbetter is running after him, but it's a good tackle by Winchester. Sunderland have the ball with Bailey Wright. Plays it inside to Ledbetter. I said Winchester, he's not even on the pitch. What am I talking about? Anyway, Max Power with the ball. Plays it inside to Ledbetter, who plays it back to Max Power. Max Power to Aidan O'Brien, who plays it back to Max Power, who plays it back to Luke O'Neill. Luke O'Neill over to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright forward to Denver Hume. Denver Hume plays a 1-2 with McGeady, but McGeady is tackled. And Kai will come away with the ball now. Kai looking for a pass. There's just no one in front of him. He goes sideways to Turton on the right side of the pitch, who gives it to Ward, who gives it back to Turton. Turton plays it to Dougal, who plays it to Robson, who gives it back to Dougal. Dougal all the way back to Thornley. And it's went on to the managers because there's just nothing happening, so they've went on to the managers. This is terrible, anyway, ball played forward, and it's a goal kick to Sunderland. Comments, Philly, please.
I was going to say Lee Johnson doing his best Tommy Shelby impression with his hat there.
Ant Smith Wells says, "Have I missed anything?" And of course, no, you haven't. Jimmy Stogo says, "As shambolic as ever, it seems." People saying it's boring and stuff like that. Ian Buckingham says, "Get the strippers on at half time, Philly." No, we don't do things like that anymore. There you go. Right, we're back in play, Dino.
Yeah, Jack, go for it, mate. You can commentate. It's time for me. Like
it was Luke O'Neill picks the ball up, feeds it to Josh Scowen. Scowen gives the ball away cheaply there. Yates picks it up, strong tackle by Scowen to win the ball back though. Bounces towards O'Brien, who wins the header down to McGeady. McGeady lets the ball run over his foot back to Denver here, and that was a very scrappy 20 seconds or so. Bailey Wright picks the ball up now and looks to install a bit of caution to the game. Now knocks it over to Grant Ledbetter just on his left. Ledbetter up to Aidan O'Brien, back to Bailey Wright, just in front of our 18-yard box, over to Luke O'Neill on the right-hand side. Infield Josh Scowen. Scowen still inside our half. Looks as if he wants to try and switch it now. Scowen just knocks it back there. Bailey Wright. Someone just keeping the ball here. Right. Into the centre circle now, just over the halfway line. Turns around, plays it to Scowen behind him. Over to Luke O'Neill over on the right-hand side. O'Neill over to Bailey Wright. On his left, Speaking of the left, it's went further to the left to Grant Lebeter, who pings it along with his right foot, looking for the run of Aidan O'Brien, who got a touch on the ball as he was running through, but the keeper will pick that one up there. That would have been a very ambitious attempt there by Aidan O'Brien for that to go in, but not to be, as Blackpool have the ball back. And unlike Dino, I don't really know any of their players, so we're going to say the Blackpool player plays to the other Blackpool player. Over towards the other Blackpool player. It's right centre-back of the three, then number 26, into the central centre-back of the three. Now over to the left centre-back of the three. Infield now. Aidan O'Brien getting a foot in now, and Lyndon Gooch is able to win the ball. Very scrappy in the middle now. Scowen put a bit of pressure on the other Blackpool player. Gives away a free kick just on the halfway and inside the centre circle, which Blackpool take quite quickly. Ball fed through, looking for Jerry Yates out on the right-hand side, who's got Human right putting pressure on him. He finds Turton. Turton puts a low cross in, but Luke O'Neill clears that with his left foot out for a Blackpool throw-in on the right-hand side. Then number 18, look to take this now. Ward looks to drop the ball. In fact, Philly, very quickly, any comments?
Not a lot happening on the chat. Quickly, though, we've got 114 likes, which is great. 240 people watching. Just hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. It is free. Back to you, Jack.
Yeah, Blackpool back in play now over towards their left centre-back of the three. That's their number 3. Infield, their number 17, back to number 3. Over to the goalkeeper now, stood in his box, right-footed ball pings towards their right-hand side. Turton wins the header, flicks it on. Bailey Wright picks the ball up, but the referee's blown his whistle for a foul on Turton by a Sunderland player. I think that was either McGeady or Scowen. That the referees thinks that they just came in a bit late, took the man and not the ball, and a Blackpool of a free kick. Any more comments, Phil?
Yeah, DJ Earth says there's carpet balls on BBC Two, lads. If you want to tune in, I've got to say it is a hard watch. Like, I mean, we started all right. I think Blackpool got a bit into it, but there's just nothing happening, is there? There's now at all. But yeah, I'm off to watch the ball. See you.
Yeah, no worries, Phil. Hope you have a good time.
He's about the right age, isn't he, for to play balls? That's the right age, isn't it? About his age.
You leave my balls alone.
Yeah, those are for Karen and Karen only. Anyway, we've got a bit of head tennis going, and now Scowen gets a foot, clears it up the line. O'Brien win the flick on again. Head tennis again. God, we're in for a right treat here now as O'Brien knocks it out, and Denver Hume looks to send it up the line, but the Blackpool player was able to press him quick enough out for a Sunderland throw-in out on the left-hand side, which Denver Hume, I'm sure, will take. Hume getting ready to take this throw-in now on the left-hand side. If you are just joining us, we are 26 minutes and 22 seconds into the game. Currently, Sunderland 0, Blackpool 0. Max Power now sends it up the line, looking for Lyndon Gooch, who chested down. 2 Blackpool players on him straight away. Gooch does well to keep the ball, knocks it back to Luke O'Neill. O'Neill threads it over to Bailey Wright, the left centre-back today. Those two look as if they've swapped round. Hume running inside now, but Turton intervenes, but the referee's given a free kick in the end. Hume trying to take that quickly. Turton just getting in the way of it, though. Sunderland free kick about 5 yards ahead of the halfway line, inside Blackpool's half, just a touch over towards the left-hand side. Just waiting for the camera to pan back. Yeah, looks as if it's going to be Josh Scowen to take this one. Then I'm sure he'll just go short, which he does. Short to Denver Hume. Up the line now into the path of Aidan McGeady, who tries to turn his man. He's still got the ball. McGeady onto his right foot, puts a cross in, but blocked straight away, and the ball goes up the line. No player won it there. Denver Hume got there eventually, knocked it back to Bailey Wright at left centre-back. Now it's with Grant Lebeter just over the halfway line. Lebeter over to Denver Hume, back to Bailey Wright at left centre-back, who spreads it over to Luke O'Neill. Now it's with Scowen. Over to Max Power at right back. Power coming infield over to Bailey Wright at left centre-back. Now it's with Grant Lebeter on the left-hand side. Lebeter knocks it back to Bailey Wright. Right. Coming in field now into O'Brien, who's dropped very deep to pick the ball up there. Back in Sunderland's half. Back to right, though. Over to O'Neill at right centre-back. Now O'Neill misplaced a very simple pass there, looking for Josh Scowen. Just hit it a bit too heavy, I think. Out for a Blackpool throw-in on their left-hand side. All right, just about the halfway line. Any more comments, Phil?
Ray Mitchell, Geordie Ray clocking in from Spalding. This lot destroy your weekend, then depress you for the rest of the week. And David Wood watching from Bradford. Back to you, young Jack, in the studio.
In the studio, yes. My mum's office. There was a Blackpool player foul there just over the halfway line. Referee giving a free kick. Just a touch over towards the left-hand side. About 10 yards from the touchline, maybe. Then number 12. I think that is looking to take this. Dougal. Thank you, Dino. As Dougal's left it. Taken by the left centre-back for Blackpool. Now spread over towards number 26, right of the three. Spreads it towards the left-hand side, but that ball goes well over the Blackpool player who's waiting to receive the ball out for a throw-in, which Max Power takes. He knocks it back to Luke O'Nien. O'Nien spreads it over to Bailey Wright. Controls the ball right. Over to Luke O'Nien. O'Nien plays it up the line now, looking for the run of Charlie White. White did go down. Referee doesn't give anything, just went shoulder to shoulder, I think, really. The goalkeeper picks the ball up. He does get us back in play, but the AFL camera doesn't pan back. Yeah, we go there. And then number 26 the ball now, knocks it back to the central of the three centre-back, switches it over towards the left-hand side. Power wins the header into Lyndon Gooch now, who the ball just got away from really as Dougal intervened and it's sent up the line now by the Blackpool defender. Then number 6 tried to get the ball under control, but a little bit of pressure from Scowen in the back, and it's out for a Sunderland throw in. Any more comments, Phil?
No, mate, I got distracted. Sorry about that. Just back to you. We're back in play anyway.
Yeah, we're back in play now. Bailey Wright has the ball. Right. Dinks it forward. White chests it down. Aidan O'Brien has it now. Bit of a aimless ball that really sends it towards the left-hand side. Turton heads it out for a Sunderland throw-in, which Aidan McGeady rather quickly takes back to Denver Hume. McGeady jogs behind Hume, ready to receive the ball, which he does do. McGeady into Aidan O'Brien out on the left-hand side now. Wyke is in the box. O'Brien back to Denver Hume. Sunderland trying to work across, I think. Hume able to put a very decent cross into the box, which Charlie Wyke heads just wide, and the referee gives a goal kick to Blackpool. Do you know your thoughts on the first half an hour?
There's no thought. Honestly, it's been so bad, man. I mean, the only chance being created, which was on target, was Aidan O'Brien, where he's just stuck his foot out, he just tamely passed it back to the keeper. It's been a horrible watch. I mean, the three centre-backs have had more time on the ball than anyone on the pitch. It's just been an awful game. And Colin McDougall says Dougal seems a canny player.
Never know. Maybe they're related. As Max Power takes the ball down well after the Blackpool goal kick was sent just into his path. Now it's with Lee Birch in our own box. Right-footed pass over to Bailey Wright. Wright switches it back to his central defensive partner, Luke O'Nien, who controls it with his right foot, takes it forward, feeds it into Max Power. Power. Back to Luke O'Nien. Back into Max Power now. Power threads it into Lyndon Gooch out on the right-hand side. He's got Aidan O'Brien just inside of him, crosses into the box there. Number 4 wins the header now, headed again by the Blackpool player, taken down. Max Power on their back straight away. Ball goes forward and Luke O'Nien picks up the loose ball, sends it into Aidan McGeady in the centre of the pitch. He's got Hume over towards his left. McGeady looks to pass it over towards the right, which he does do. Lyndon Gooch has the ball. Has Power on the overlap. Gooch sends it into the box, headed away and taken down by number 29, who sends it up the line. Only as far as Bailey Wright, who'll collect the ball without any pressure. Right in Luke O'Nien. Just left of him. Back to Bailey Wright, who's just right of O'Nien. Right as right. Whoa, fantastic. Into Max Power now. Sends it up the line. Won by a Blackpool player and sent long again. Power winning their header. Only goes out for a Blackpool throw-in though. And I think that 10 to 15 second sequence of events just sums up this game really. Nout. Just the ball just flying about everywhere. Boring. Anyway, Blackpool getting ready to get themselves back in play now. It's the lad with the long hair. That's what I'll call him on the left-hand side. Throws it long. Power, despite going down, is able to be the only man who wins the ball. Sends it at Leopard. And now it's with Aidan McGeady in the centre. McGeady spreads it over to Denver Hume on the left-hand side. Hume passes it forward, looking for the run of Charlie Wyke. Couldn't quite get there before the Blackpool defender, who sends it up the line. And O'Brien's putting pressure on. I think that's Turton now. Turton coming into the centre over towards the left-hand side now. Blackpool trying to build an attack down our left. Knocks it back to the lad stood on the halfway line. Again, nothing much happening really. Blackpool just passing the ball all the way back to their centre-back now. Over towards the left centre-back, and now it's back to the goalkeeper, just stood outside of his own box. Sunderland not really putting any pressure, not really doing much at the moment. If you are just joining us, it is Sunderland 0, Blackpool 0, 33 minutes and 47 seconds into the game. Not much has really happened. I think our reaction sum this up really. Very boring game. The ball gets sent long. Then number 10 takes it down. Now it finds Turton out on the right-hand side, who threads it forward into, I think, Sonny Kai guy, who tried to play ball in the box, but Bailey Wright stood him up well, out for a Blackpool corner on the right-hand side.
Just very, very quickly in the chat there, Jack. Ian Wilkinson, worst game I've ever seen. DJ says players know there won't be here next season. Richie Dickio says he's been at work for 12 hours and he's come in to watch this gash. Both teams is dynamic as a panel of broth. Tony Lee says, come on, Dudley, get us a goal. Corner in.
Yeah, corner taken now. Left-footed ball swung in, headed away by a Sunderland player. Only as far as number 12 who volleyed it. But I think that's went back into my seat towards the end of the Roker end there. But Aidan O'Brien is down in the box. Unfortunately, looks in absolute agony, holding his right arm. That could be a real shame for us just to get to the replay of that. Yeah, it was Aidan O'Brien who headed it away, but then number 26 just came storming into him, and he might have just took the wind out of him. The physio's jogging onto the pitch now to see to him. Well, we've got this break in play. Philly, anything on the chat?
Yeah, we've got to give a shout out to Alejandro Diaz Miguez, who is watching from Argentina. Easy for you to say.
That's like me saying good evening, that, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. 264 people on the stream, 139 likes. Just hit the thumbs up, take a second. More so, we are looking for extra subscribers. It's free to subscribe. We are on our way to 6,000 subscribers. And don't forget, it is free to use the live chat, but the super chat is also available if you want to use that. Any proceeds go to help us grow our superb Sunderland channel we have on YouTube here. Back to you. Dino, what do you think of, before you drop off to sleep, what do you think of this first half so far?
Honestly, there's not many games where, like most games I say it's been a crap game, but this, like there's crap and then there's just absolute boring. I mean, it's just...
Very eloquently put, Dino.
It's just so boring, like, honestly. There's nothing more boring than watching Sunderland right now.
Lee Burge getting ready to take this free kick that Aidan O'Brien won in the box now. Just ball is on the edge of his 6-yard box. Lee Burge, left-footed ball, drills it towards our right-hand side. Wyke wins the flick on, but the linesman's got his flag up there. Wyke off in an offside position before he won that header there, and the referee's blown his whistle. Conrad Lee on the live chat saying, fun fact, this is crap. I mean, he's not wrong. As Blackpool getting ready to take this now, the free kick knocked back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper still got the ball. No pressure from the Sunderland forwards, letting them take his time leisurely. If you are just joining us, we are 37 minutes and 3 seconds into this game, still 0-0. Chested down by Yates. Kai picks up the ball back to their number 6. Now it's with Garbutt into Kai, who turns, rides the pressure. Ball gets sent through. Luke O'Neill does well. He does well to win a free kick in the end. As the pressure from Yates, the referee decided was a foul in the end. And Lee Burge will take a free kick inside of his own box again. Philly, anything on the chat?
Yeah, just very quickly. Tony Lee says, has the manager lost his way or what? Matt Luke 88 says, right, another game, another shout out needed for his daughter Ellie. Hello, Matt's daughter Ellie. Each time we give her a shout, we win. Come on, the lads. So shout out for Matt's daughter Ellie, and hopefully that will get us the win and the 3 points needed. We've got to say hello to California as well. We spotted it down here somewhere. Oh yes, it's Frankie Ramos watching in California, hot and sunny, I would imagine. Back to you, Jack.
Well, we've got another instalment of head tennis now, but Luke O'Nien takes it down into Josh Scowen, who knocks it back to Bailey Wright. Over to Luke O'Nien on the right-hand side. Luke O'Nien drives the ball up the line, looking for Lyndon Gooch's head. Couldn't quite find him. Then number 17 takes the ball down in the centre. Aidan O'Brien put a bit of pressure on him. There, number 18 knocks it back to the left centre-back, back to the goalkeeper now. Wyke putting a bit of pressure on the goalkeeper now, which forced him to take it quickly a bit. That he was panicking a little bit there. Goes out for a throw-in on the right-hand side after the keeper's ball. Aimless ball, really, towards their left-hand side. Power, short and Ledbetter, back to Max Power. Still has the ball, knocks it back to Luke O'Nien, who passes it over to Bailey Wright. Wright sends it long, looking for Aidan McGeady. Only Turton won that, though. No challenge from McGeady. Hume takes it down. Goes inside, knocks it back to Bailey Wright. Wright thought he was going to drill the ball towards our right there. He doesn't. Into Ledbetter, who pings it towards our left-hand side. Aidan O'Brien chests that down. Plays it back to Denver Hume, but O'Brien's been caught offside, apparently. 2 offsides in the space of only 2 or 3 minutes. You'd expect better, really, from our forwards. But yes, 39 minutes. Go on, Philly.
Can I just say this, how good the game is? Fun fact number 2 from Conrad Lee. Hot water will turn into ice faster than cold water. This is what it's come to. This is how bad the game is. Right, go on, Jack.
SAFC Fan Science Fact TV. There we go. We've had a rebrand. Anyway, the ball now finds Burge, and I would love to know what Burge is about to do, but we've just been shown the camera footage of another replay. Anyway, the ball now finds Luke O'Nien. Lyndon Gooch, right? No idea how it got to him. Gooch. Over to Aidan McGeady. McGeady passes it over to Denver Hume out on the left-hand side. Hume running at Turton. Tries to put a cross in the box low, but Turton got in the way, and that goes out for either a Sunderland corner or a goal kick. Wasn't entirely sure. Looks to be a corner. Denver Hume taking it short to Aidan McGeady. McGeady beats his man, sticks a left-footed cross in, caught by the keeper. Calmly taken there. Really, if that was Lee Burge, Dino will be ranting and raving about how it's the best save he's seen all season. It was a fairly routine one. Maxwell, their keeper today, getting ready to kick the ball long. Oh no, he doesn't. He rolls it to his left centre back. Again, not much pressure from the Sunderland forwards. Wyke's just making his way over now. Ball gets sent up the line on the left hand side. That player is still running with the ball now. Turns, comes inside. Is he going to switch it? He knocks it back to their right centre back. Their number 26. Now it's back to whoever that is in the centre circle for Blackpool in the middle. O'Brien putting a bit of pressure on him there. Does well to keep the ball. Finds Turton. Turton tried to slip in another one of their players there, but Denver Hume did well to just get in the way of that. Sending out for a throw-in. Turton looking to take this throw-in now. God, this game is just absolutely terrible. Like I've been bored a lot of games this season, but I think this one tops it. We're back in play now. Turton back to their number 26. Now the centre half has it over towards the lad on the left. Now it finds, I think that's Garbutt who has the ball. Coming inside, over to Kai in the centre. Right-footed ball over towards their right-hand side. Turton takes that one down expertly, comes inside. Ball in the middle now, back over towards their number 18 on the right-hand side. Denver Hume standing them up. Ball goes in field, straight back to their number 18 though. Blackpool trying to work the ball into the boxes. He comes central. Sunderland players camped on the edge of their own boxes. Garbutt makes the run out wide. Their number 18 looks to, I think Garbutt will be a decent option now. As Kai threads it over towards Garbutt. Low cross is only blocked by Luke O'Nien. That was a terrible ball in, by the way. As Ledbetter picks it up and sends it long, only out for a Blackpool throw-in though. And you can tell through my tone of voice, this game is absolutely riveting. Really enjoying this one. On the edge of it.
Well, just very quickly, everybody's put in fun facts into the chat, which is more entertaining than the game. But James Woodmas says, take O'Brien off, Stewart on, Gooch off, Jones on, go 4-4-2. What do you think, fellas?
I mean, making changes, just getting ahead of Tillery saying take a few seconds, but Making changes can't exactly be a bad thing because this game just needs something to spice it up. Maybe an extra midfielder want to let us dictate the game a bit more.
Are we just cancelling each other out? Is that basically
No, we're
what's
not.
happening?
There's just nothing. There's just nothing at all going on. Like they're happy to play along the back three, and we're happy enough just to play between Bailey Wright and Luke O'Neill most of the time. It's just awful.
Anyway, really, I think the most interesting thing that's happened so far in this game, we've had a change of balls. The referee decided that one wasn't good enough, and he's installed a new ball. So let's hope this one's better, whatever the problem was with the last one. Is Blackpool more head tennis now, and we've got a bit of front tennis going on all of a sudden. Right, heads it over to Max Power, who flicks on again. Now it finds Lyndon Gooch, who chests it down, tries to come inside, does well to keep the ball there, turns his man quite well. Gooch trying to get a crossing, he does so on his left foot. White kind of got a flick on there, but the keeper caught the ball. I think that's the most interesting moment of the game, really, as Maxwell retrieves the ball. Just getting another view of that ball in there. Yeah, Gooch did well to kind of get rid of his man, create a yard of space. Nice left-footed ball went into the box. Their keeper now getting ready to take this boots at long. O'Nien's header goes over towards the right-hand side where Lyndon Gooch sends it long towards our right-hand side. O'Brien with a good bit of pressure there puts it out for a Blackpool throw-in. 44 minutes and 47 seconds gone. Sunderland 0, Blackpool 0. Very, very boring game so far. If you are just joining us.
Just very quickly, Jack. Accrington Stanley are now 2-0 up against Portsmouth. Burton are winning 2-0 against Fleetwood. Lincoln is still winning 1-0. Charlton is still winning 1-0. And Rochdale are winning 1-0 away at Wimbledon. So that's how the scores stand for us. A quick shout out to John Swinney, our friend from New Zealand, says, hello and goodbye. Great job, lads, but can't last any longer. He's off to walk the dog. All right. And we can't blame you. In fact, I'm going to take my dog for a walk in a bit. Karen, get your coat on. Right, over to you, Jack.
I wish I had a dog to walk because Sunderland have a free kick on the right-hand side. Grant Ledbetter to take this one. Lyndon Gooch was just tripped up in the process of a sharp turn. So on the right-hand side, I would say it's about 35, 40 yards from goal. Could whip it into the box. Grant Ledbetter stood over this one. Delivers it with his right foot into the box. Can Sunderland win a header? No, it's a Blackpool player wins a header. Down at Aidan McGeady on the edge. Few players went straight over there. Pressure on McGeady. Delivers it into the box. Low driven. I say driven, actually. It was drab. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Anyway, there was a minute added on. And the referee's blown his whistle. We go
Thank God for that.
In 10 seconds. And Dino, you summed that up quite well. Thank God that's over. That was a really, really boring half. Philly, I'll go to you first. Just boring half, wasn't it? I don't know how we're going to talk about this for 15 minutes. We'll try.
First 5 minutes, it looked like we're going to get hold of the game and just and we started pressing them. Then they seem to get back into it. And then you're right, it's just nothing's really happened at all. And I'd like to think that Lee Johnson at half time could, it's no good. We've got to go and win this game, and nothing's happening. And I think, like we've said for so long now, we are so missing a creative midfielder, an attacking midfielder who can get hold of the ball and do things and connect with our forward line. There's just nobody like that. I don't know. I just don't know. It's just nothing's happened. So I don't know what we're going to do for. I think we'll have to put the test card up or something for 15 minutes in the break because I don't know.
Can we have a nap for 15 minutes?
What?
Can we have a nap for 15 minutes?
I mean, I don't
be
really
honest,
know.
Dino's what we normally do when you're talking. So away you go.
To be honest, we're going to have to find something interesting to do for 15 minutes. Has anyone got any ideas? Has anyone got any songs we can sing just to pad out the half-time bit? Because
somebody said bring the strippers on. Could make phone call. Hello?
Of course you've got them on speed dial, Philly. If anyone, of course you have. Well, Dino, I'll go to you. What's your take on that first half then?
I must admit, both set of players should be absolutely ashamed of themselves to call this a football match. Honestly, I've seen more entertainment in a game of bowls and a game of snooker than this actual football match. It's been absolutely awful. Both teams just look happy to not do anything, and it's actually embarrassing to watch. And it should be embarrassing for them to be professional footballers get paid to play like this. It's awful. It can't be hard to just have a bit of tempo about you. I mean, when people get the ball, there's no movement. There's nobody wanting to commit a player. It's just terrible. Yeah, Philly, you're waving your finger.
Something exciting's happened. Joe Gray Trumpet has donated $5. Big round of applause for Joe Gray. And thank you very much for that. He says, what a boring half. Hope this will get you a beer. So, well, it won't get us a beer because it'll go to help us grow the channel, though. And we do appreciate you donating. Don't forget, it is free to use the live chat. But if you want to use the supers, that will help benefit the channel. So, where was we at?
We were just
trying
discussing
to find something exciting to talk about.
Yeah, we're just discussing.
Well, the good thing.
Well, I was going on a passionate rant and you interrupted.
Dino, continue.
I forgot what I was going to say. Now you interrupted. I can't remember now.
Oh, right.
We was asleep. The good thing for me is, we got second half. Sunderland to come out. Sunderland are never the same two halves.
Have you never heard of second half Blackpool?
Hopefully, they're going to come out and go for it. This is where Lee Johnson earns his money. This is, everybody can see. Somebody put in the chat. I've lost it, but they said, imagine if there was 30,000 fans in the stadium, they'd be going absolutely off it.
No, could be falling asleep.
So, well, but he's got to do something. He's surely seeing what everybody else is seeing, and it's just nothing has happened. There's nothing's happened. He's got to do something. He's got to make changes at halftime. He's got to. There's got to be some substitutes at halftime. Somebody's got to come on. Sorry, go on, Jack.
Yeah, well, I was going to say something, but very quickly, Ian Buckingham just donated £4.99. So thank you for that donation. Ian, no comment on his super chat, but thank you for donating, as always. Massively appreciate it. Will really help us out on the channel. Round of applause for Ian Buckingham. The Bowers clock. Well, what I was going to suggest, lads, we're looking for some halftime entertainment, maybe something different. How about, Dino? I've got a question. Is the bed made?
Of course it's not.
Right. For some halftime entertainment, because the match is rubbish, can we have Dino to stand up, walk over, and make his bed?
Oh, do you know if that's possible, I don't think it's possible.
Oh, Dino, come on. We've got about another 10 minutes before the players come out, man. We're going to talk about the match for 15 minutes, haven't we?
Do you want us to make me bed?
Yes, please. It'd be the most entertaining thing. What's happened so far? So this is
there's a disco lights.
I'll tell you what we could do, though, Jack. We could get a message out to Raymondo, who's probably hopefully watching in the other room, and when in our hour of need, Raymondo could surprise young Dino with a pie in the face, just to cheer us up. This is Dino's actually struggling with this because this is the first time he's actually ever made his bed, and you can tell. So.
Stuart Shaw on the live chat has just said Dino sleeps on both sides so he can make us believe he has a girlfriend.
Right, Tony Lee says good sport, Dino. Look, we got 262 people on the live chat watching at the moment. I'll tell you what we can do for a bit of entertainment. If you want something to do because it's, because the match is terrible, you could just, let's take a second to just hit that thumbs up, right? We got 100.
Oh, no, that's entertainment.
Yeah, 164 likes. Just hit the thumbs up. It'll take you a second. If you're on a mobile device and you got the live chat on, just close that. You'll see the thumbs up. Just hit that. But more importantly, we are en route to 6,000 subscribers. We'd like to get to 6,000 by the end of the season, if that's possible. So if you haven't subscribed already, if you watch the channel, we'd like you to subscribe. It's absolutely free. All you have to do, just hit that subscribe button, and
what's happening, Phil?
My wife is up at the patio doors. Right. I can't tell you what she's doing. I can't tell you, no, but it's certainly more. Is it not PG? It's certainly more. It's certainly more entertaining than the match.
Flip the camera on.
No, we're not putting the camera on. Behave yourself. Right, Mad Mackham has donated $4.99 on the super chat. Can we have a round of applause for Mad Mackham? He says, "There you go." All right, there you go. Someone nip down to Tesco's and get the cornettos for the second half. Thank you very much. Mad Mackham, for your donation. So we were saying subscribe button, just hit that. It's free to do that. Get our subscribers up and let's see if we can get to 6,000 before the end of the season. Karen also says that, I'll just check this out, Peterborough are winning now 1-0 against Doncaster. Of course, if Peterborough win tonight, that's them promoted. And we'll have to settle for playoffs, which I think we've all accepted. Well, accepted. And no, I think I think it's going to be playoffs now. But I'd be very surprised if we don't make the playoffs. I suppose we can ask the question: who would you like semi-final of the playoffs, and in the final if you had a choice? I know we don't know the four teams that we're going to be in, but Jack,
personally, I really don't think it makes much difference, because if you want to go up, you're going to have to beat 2 out of the other 3 teams competing anyway. And if you get the so-called tougher side, the hardest opposition that people perceive in the semi-final, then at least you can go into the final having already beaten them. I was also going to touch on as well, lads, I guess we could actually talk about the game a little bit if you wanted to, and say, out of those on the bench, is there anyone you look to bring on? Maybe someone like Winchester could just give us a bit more control in the midfield to go forward. I don't know, but Dino, I can let you answer Phil's question if you'd like on who would you like in the playoff semi-final then?
In the semi-final? I don't know. I mean, Lincoln, because haven't we not beat Lincoln twice?
Fair point.
I'll tell you what, a better way of putting this question, because we don't know who the teams are going to be, right? Would you rather play the harder team in the semi-final and get them beat, give you a bit of confidence that you've beaten, the best team, if you like, to then hopefully have an easier game in the final? Or would you rather get an easier team out of the way and then have to beat the better team in the final? It's probably a better way of putting it. Dino?
Say in the playoffs, form and league position all goes out the window. I mean, look at the EFL when we played. I think we played Lincoln in one of the games. We beat them, and then we were going, we're playing Tranmere, and the final will be a walkover. We just beat them. So for me, when it comes to the playoffs, all form and what's been like all season goes out the window, because it's totally different when you're in a final or semi-final. It's totally different. You've got to play them twice in 2 legs, and the final is totally different. Everything's out the window. Anything can happen. So I'd rather just... It's not about who's going to be easier and harder. You've just got to turn up. Because like you say, some players do bottle it on big occasions, and it's shown in the past we are one of them teams who do bottle it on big occasions.
Right. Well, can I just say on the chat, first of all, thank you very much to Andrew Thomas. Just subscribed. He's 11 from Haxley in Lincolnshire. So thanks, Adam, for subscribing. A lot of people are saying Charlton in the semi. Luke Darby says not Charlton in the final. It's
Would you not want Charlton in the final just to get revenge on them or not?
No. I want a team who we can beat so we can get out of this rubbish,
we can beat Charlton,
boring, terrible league, which I'm absolutely sick of, and get back to the Championship and then start building towards the Premier League. I've got no interest in getting one over on Charlton. I want out of this league. Those are my priorities.
Yeah, but would it not be bittersweet to go up but beating Charlton at the same time?
Well, I mean,
it would for Philly. I guarantee it would be for Philly because Philly's seen it twice.
Well, I have. I mean, I've witnessed losing to Charlton in the playoff final twice. But I don't know. It is that thing of it's, if you like, it's a bit like the AFL Trophy, where Lincoln was the harder semi-final, you know, and we beat them and was all buzzing because we had, if you like, no disrespect to Tranmere, but the easier final. And to be honest, it's a good job. It's a good job we did because we weren't very good in that final. So I think for me, beating the tougher team in the semi-final is, I think it gives you that confidence that, you know, these were the team to beat and we've beaten them, and we've done the hard bit. Yes, nice to get revenge over Charlton, but before we go on, I've just checked on our channel now, and we are just 46 subscribers away from 6,000, which is absolutely superb. So, like I say, if you are watching and you haven't already subscribed, you're new to the channel, it's free. Hit that subscribe button and let's get that up. 46 subscribers. You know, we're well on our way to doing that before the end of the season. So I don't know. People are saying sort of not Charlton in the final, and that's, but you'd prefer it that way, Dino, for the revenge, if you like.
I wouldn't say I would prefer it, but it would just be bittersweet knowing that we beat Charlton to go up. You know how I'm kind of looking at it. I know it's nowhere near the same, but it's like saying, who would you rather play in a FA Cup final, Newcastle or someone like Arsenal? Because if Newcastle beat you in the final, you'd have to live with that for the rest of your life. Yeah. But if it's Arsenal, it's like, well, it was Arsenal, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Like, what one would you prefer? I mean, beating Newcastle in the final would be so bittersweet, but if you do get beat, it's the worst feeling in the world. Right.
Well, just quickly in the chat, Mad Mackham says we can't beat an egg at the moment. Jeff Allcroft, our new member of the Blue Spanner Club, says we can't beat any of these sides. So and Tony Lee agrees with that. CONRAD is saying he doesn't care just so long as we win the playoffs. I think, you know, that's quite right. It's just about winning the playoffs. The only good thing is that hoodoo. We've broken a lot of hoodoos this season, and you know, winning at Wembley was one of them, and so, you know, I'd like to think so. Anyway, the teams, I don't know if there's a good thing or a bad thing, but the teams are back out on the pitch.
Ready. Phil, you got to ruin it. I was just thinking, man, can we not do the next half without watching the game?
Right, Lou, we've kicked off.
We've actually kicked off.
Right, go on then.
We've kicked off, and the ball is with Thornley, the centre-back who had most of the ball in the second half. Thornley plays at the husband, who goes forward. Garber tries to bring it down, but he's miscontrolled it, and Sunderland have the ball with Bailey Wright. Over to Luke O'Nien. Same pattern, Luke O'Nien to Bailey Wright. Luke O'Nien goes long down the left side, but it's cut out by Ballard, who heads it to Ward. Ward clears the ball down the line, looking for the run of Kai, and it's out for a Sunderland throw in. It's been so exciting, this game. It's out for a throw in. Hey.
Someone's like need to calm us down.
I think one of the managers need drop kick, like they really do. They need drop kick.
Oh no.
Anyway, we're with the ball with Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch into Ledbetter, who plays it all the way back to Max Power. Lee Burge, my mistake. Lee Burge out to Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien goes long down the left side, and it's out for a goal kick to Blackpool.
Right, just very quickly then Dino. Jason Ashman says everyone.
Right on you.
Says everyone's still awake. There's no connection. That was just purely coincidence. Tom Wallace says, Tom Wallace. Tom Wallace. Tom Wallace says we'll score on a Jack Dodds commentary. Right, back to you, Dino. We're back in play. Away you go.
Anyway, back in play with Luke O'Nien on the left side. Luke O'Nien plays it forward to who the hell is that? Hume, sorry. Luke O'Nien switches it over to Max Power. Max Power down the line to Gooch. Gooch comes inside. Gooch comes inside and plays it to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright back to Lee Burge.
Lee Burge. There's got to be the most entertained I've been in the last how long? Hour? Yeah. Since kickoff. So just proves how rubbish the game is, really, doesn't it?
It has on it anyway. Play the ball down line. Aidan O'Brien will make chase, and he will win a corner, will he? He has. Aidan O'Brien's won a corner on the right side. Oh, God. 47 nearly.
Yes! We've got something to talk about.
Yeah. Right, come on. This is where it changes now. This is it.
I'll tell you what, right?
Come on.
If this game isn't live and up, man's going to kick off, like.
For God's sake, man. Anyway, Ledbetter with the corner. He whips it in towards the back and it's headed away by Husband, only as far as the edge of the box. It's a shot. It's a good save. The first actual shot of the game, and it's a good save to the right side of the keeper. I don't know who took the shot. I believe it might be Max Power, but I couldn't 100% tell you.
Yeah, it
was Max Power. Max Power on his right foot. It took a little deflection, I think, as well. Good save by the keeper. Nice height, and it's another corner to Sunderland. Ledbetter with another floor towards the back post. It's headed away by Husband. Back to Max Power at the back post. Max Power plays it out to Aidan McGeady. Aidan McGeady comes inside, but Kai takes the ball off him. But Sunderland retain the ball, but the referee's given a free kick. Apparently, McGeady fouled Kai. It's a free kick to Sunderland. Anyway, any comments?
No, I was just going to say, I thought it was well placed that by Max Power. I thought it was, it was unlucky. Good save by the keeper. Not much happening on the comments, really. Not much happening in the match. Not much happening in the comments. So we like to keep it consistent. There you go. Back to you, Dino, in the studio.
Maxwell with a free kick, from Dino's bedroom. Yates brings the ball down, but there's a free kick being given to Sunderland as Yates is deemed a fouled Luke O'Nien.
Can we not just pretend you're in the studio and that it sounds a lot more professional instead of saying, I'm in my mum's
how about
office.
I'm in my DJ booth? How about I'm in the DJ booth?
Right, okay, whatever then. In the DJ booth.
Okay. That normally has a randomly placed not made bed in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ledbetter has the ball now. Ledbetter with the ball. He's under pressure and he's given it out to Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen gives it out to the left to Denver Hume. Denver Hume now knocks the ball down line, looking for the run of Aidan McGeady, but Ballard will cut that out easy and give it all the way back to Maxwell, who will clear the ball down the field. Controlled by, I believe that is Luke O'Nien, who gives it to Denver Hume. Hume inside to Wyke, who gives it to Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen now on the left side of the pitch. Looking for a pass. He gives it back out to Denver Hume on the left side of him. He's got McGeady on the left and Scowen in the middle. He gives it to Scowen back to Hume, who gives it back to Luke O'Nien. He gives it back to Bailey Wright. 50 minutes gone here. Who gives it to Max Power right back. Max Power gives it to Lyndon Gooch. He's under pressure by Garbett. Gooch gives it back to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright turns on the ball and gives it over to Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien to Denver Hume at left back, who gives it back to Luke O'Nien. Luke O'Nien in the centre to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright now looking to give a pass to Lee Burge. Lee Burge will knock the ball long over to Aidan O'Brien, but it's won by Thornley. Lyndon Gooch now plays the ball down the right side of the pitch where Aidan O'Brien will give chase, but it's out for a goal kick to Blackpool. Comments here?
Well, just very quickly, Peterborough have now gone 2 up against Doncaster, so it looks like they're going to get that second promotion spot. Great idea in the chat from Tom Wallace. Next goal's the winner.
Well, not if Blackpool score first. It's not a great idea.
I know, but it'll end the game, won't it?
Oh, so actually, yeah. Brings it to an end closer. Well, I think we said last night in 5-a-side, someone shouted out next goal winner, and it was the team that was losing that ended up scoring.
And then Terry puts the ball in the back of the net.
What, for the first
anyway,
time?
Sunderland on the attack here. Through ball towards Ian McGeady, but it's cleared by Ballard. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was the mad mistake with the last goal of the game, and his brand new boots puts it off the post, off their keeper in the back of the net for us to win.
How many shots had he had in the game though? I mean,
too many to count. Anyway, McGeady now coming down the left side. He's still got on the left side. McGeady's had a shot and it's over the bar. He got really greedy there. It's a tight angle. He should have probably played it across. McGeady turning he's always being very greedy.
McGreedy, you call him.
just very quickly, Portsmouth have pulled one back now. Accrington 2, Portsmouth 1 in our league. There you go.
Apparently, McGeady's shot took a deflection, so it's a Sunderland corner. Ledbetter will take on the right side. Sunderland kicking from left to right, I forgot to say. Ledbetter puts the ball in the box. It's a header. It's a good save by the keeper, and it's cleared away. I think that was Charlie White's header. It's bounced. Luke O'Nine's let it bounce, and Yates has he's knocked him down. And Yates, the referee's given a free kick. I really thought he was away, Yates. He's given a free kick on Luke O'Nine there. Jack, anyway, thoughts on them chances we've had? A couple of decent chances.
Well, in all fairness, we've just been seeing our ball in the first half. Was at least in the second half, we've actually came out and had a few chances. McGeady cutting inside there. I think Power was the other one. He kind of drove the ball through a crowded box, really, and it was a well-placed shot. So I don't know what we've done in the interval, but something's happened where we just seem to have a bit more intensity going forward. Something a bit more of a cutting edge. Going forward, I mean, we've only been playing 8.5 minutes, and we've already saw a few chances. I mean, that from that corner again. Now we've seen a few chances since it came out from the halftime break. So maybe we've just picked the intensity up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit better the second half, 100%, because we actually created some chances.
Do you think we've changed formation?
I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
Well, on the chat, the Saints changed to 3-4-3.
So, yeah, I mean, I noticed that Power, O'Nine and Wright looked a bit more of a back three. Looked over at Gooch and Hume and just looked as if there could be wing backs and could be done.
I don't know. Anyway, we've had a couple of throw-ins down this right side. Max Power's literally just launched off their player, and we kept getting throw-ins, and he will give it to Lyndon Gooch. Max Power to Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch now comes inside and plays it all the way back to Luke O'Nine. Luke O'Nine over to Aidan McGeady, but he's got Ward on his case. McGeady gives it over to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright on the right side plays the ball long down the field and gives it straight to their keeper Maxwell. 54.5 minutes gone. It's Sunderland 0, Blackpool 0. And the ball will find its way to Ballard to Thornley in the centre of the 3 at the back for Blackpool, who gives it over to Husband in the middle to Dougal, who gives it quickly to Ethan Robson. Robson is fouled by Lyndon Gooch and it's a free kick to Blackpool. Dougal will take it quickly. But the camera's just on Lyndon Gooch. I don't know what's happening here. Thornley over to Ballard, who gives it over to Taunton. Taunton tries to knock the ball down the line towards Ward, but Luke O'Nine's there to meet it. Luke O'Nine forward to Hume. Hume is fouled. He's not fouled. And Kai comes away with the ball down the right side. Kai inside to Taunton, who has a shot. It's deflected off Bailey Wright and it's a corner to Blackpool on the left, on the right side, our left. It was a good chance there, Jack.
Yeah, we did a little block. I mean, just looking there again, Hume's a bit all over the place. Just as a first viewing, really wasn't really in the correct position to stop anything coming through. Yeah, the game's opened up a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You know what?
At least it's a bit more entertaining.
Because he made your bed. The players saw, they were watching us at half time. They saw Dino make his bed. I thought, oh, we're going to have to liven this up, otherwise we're going to get drop kicks. Anyway,
corner whipped in. It's a shot by Kai. Kai's a goal. What a strike. And Blackpool are 1-0 up. and it's an absolute worldie from, I believe that's Kai, from about 20 yards out. And it's 1-0 to Blackpool.
I mean, take me out after Kai. That is one heck of a volley.
It is. What happened is it got whipped into the front post. It's cleared by Sunderland, and Kai's just absolutely rifled that into the top right corner.
And now, Kai is going to make me cry.
Just very quickly as well.
Oh, that's a bullet, that.
Portsmouth have equalised now with Accrington. They were 2-0 up. It's now Accrington 2, Portsmouth 2. So cracking goal that. No, you could do about that. That was just a corker. But a lot of people saying in the chat, FFS, whatever that's supposed to mean. Yes. I know. I'm not that old. Right, back to you.
Well, he says whilst sipping his Horlicks on his stair lift.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gooch comes inside now. Gooch turns. He's held on the ball too long and lost the ball. He's tackled by Dougal. Dougal turns on the ball and gives it out to Ethan Robson, who plays the ball down the line. And Luke O'Nien will collect the ball on the right side of the pitch. Luke O'Nien across to Bailey Wright. 57 minutes gone here, and it's Blackpool 1, Sunderland 0. A great strike from Kai. Bailey Wright has the ball. So there's just no movement in front of him. Everyone's just so stationary.
Yeah.
Luke O'Nien with the ball.
We lack a central outlet, I think. Someone in the midfield who put the ball forward, and someone like Scott Fraser or Greg Doherty would have been perfect, but we didn't go and sign them.
I think this season. Go for it. Go for it, Philip.
Say that, in the chat, Philip Bronze just explained what FFS is. I was just joking, Philip. I'm not really that old. I do know what it means. Thank you very much anyway for explaining. And I think your language is terrible. Right, go on. Sorry, Dino.
Nothing's happened. Maxwell's got the ball. I mean, I think this season, recruitment's just been terrible on it. I look at a team like Peterborough. They lost Ivan Toney and replaced him with an unreal goal scorer in Clark Harris. And who did we sign? We signed Danny Graham. This is the team. Them lost Madison and brought in Schmorix. Who did we bring in?
Yeah, it's something. One.
Can I just say, Tom Wallace on the chat saying 2 subs needed. White needs to come off, bring Stewart on apparently, and get Maguire on. Do you think that's a wise statement, Jack?
Yeah, any subs at this point. I think Maguire again. This is his game to come on and do something, because chances have been few and far between. The game's not really going our way so far. This is the type of game you bring Maguire on, he can do something. He's one of those players who can do things against the runner play. But I try to say, I think Dino was spot on. It's something I've been saying. I don't know if we've spoke about it on here before, but it's something I've been seeing a lot recently, is that you can put blame on Johnson, you can put blame on the players, and to an extent they have to take responsibility for what they have done wrong and take criticism. But I think this season the recruitment was wrong. Going back to the start of the season, we didn't start with a single attacking midfielder. We still don't have one. We still haven't even replaced George Honeyman as a number 10. We started it with only one fit left back, and we signed Callum McFadzean. It's just not good enough. We started the season with Charlie Wyke, Danny Graham and Will Grigg, 3 strikers who haven't exactly got brilliant records at this club without bringing anyone else in. It's the recruitment where it's went wrong this season, I think, and for the most part.
I think Jones on for Gooch, me. I think I'd like to see. But Dino, we're back in play.
Yeah, we've got the ball. Max Power, he goes down the line towards Charlie Wyke, and he will get it now. But Charlie Wyke's got no support, and Forney's barged Charlie Wyke off the ball. But Charlie Wyke did retain the ball, and we've won a corner there. That was well played by Charlie Wyke. He did get barged to the ground. He did get back up and retain the ball, and one more corner. 60 minutes gone here.
Pretty much got drop kicked there.
Jack. Well, apparently,
substitution made. Substitution. Rod Stewart is on. Rod Stewart's on. I couldn't tell you for.
I think he's sexy. He's sexy, and I want his body.
Rod Stewart on. Someone's walking off. It's Aidan O'Brien's off for Ross Stewart.
Bit more of an aerial threat, as
Ross Stewart. When a sub comes on, somebody comes off. Anyway, here we go.
Funny you, Phil. Funny you. Anyway, Ledbetter with the ball in. It's went past every single person, but Sunderland will retain the ball with Max Power now on the left side. He's under pressure, but he's kept the ball quite well. He's looking for a pass. He plays it inside to Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch down the byline. He whips it across. And I don't even know what happened there, but I think it's a Sunderland goal. Sunderland corner again on the left side. I'm guessing it hit a Blackpool player.
Can I just say, Judy Marino on the chat says Johnson's fallen out with Jones. First, it's news to me. Anybody hear that?
No, I think she was just saying Hazzy, like as a question, but I don't think it's not every single time a manager drops someone they've had a falling out with them, like, occasionally. But I mean, Jones has had a few poor performances as of late.
And a corner in. Max Power tried to have a dig at the edge of the box, and he absolutely took a fresh air swing and sliced it. Kai has the ball, and he is tackled by Charlie White, but Husband has the ball and plays it down the left side where you'll find Denver Hume. Denver Hume plays it back to Lee Burge. Lee Burge over to Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright forward to Grant Ledbetter. Ledbetter turns on the ball now. He's just in our own half. He plays the ball long down the left side looking for Rod Stewart, I believe. Is that Rod Stewart? Oh. Rod Stewart keeps the ball in. Shows some good pace there. He whips the ball in towards Charlie White and it's headed away by Thornley. Only as far as Denver Hume now. Denver Hume comes inside, but he's tackled by Ward. Now Kai drives the ball forward. He's got Yates on his left and he's got Ward on his right. He finds Ward on the right side of the box. Now Ward whips it in. It's well cut out there by Luke O'Neill or Bailey Wright. Didn't say who it was, and Ledbetter has the ball. Ledbetter over to the left to, I believe that's Rod Stewart, who plays it back to Denver Hume, who plays it to Ledbetter, who plays it back to Denver Hume. Plays it back into the box to Luke O'Neill, to Bailey Wright. Over to Max Power at right centre-back or right-back, I don't know. Over to Gooch. Gooch plays it inside to McGeady. McGeady's playing more of a central role now. Gives it inside to Scowen. Scowen is tackled by Kai. And it will come to Dougal. Dougal now. Back to Garbett. Garbett down the left side. Plays it down the line, but Max Power intercepts and Garbett gets the loose ball and launches it down the line. And it's a Sunderland throw in. Conrad. Philly, comments, please.
Well, it's funny because I'm going to mention Conrad. Conrad makes the point. Get Terry up top because I think Terry's got more chance of scoring than any of these lot. We're back in play.
Yeah, we are with Bailey Wright. 63 minutes gone here. What time do you take over, Jack? Do you remember? Because I can't.
It'll be 67.5 minutes. Right,
no problem, mate. A couple of minutes left anyway. We're with Josh Scowen down the right touchline. Josh Scowen plays it inside.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Max Powers give the ball away to Ward, and Ward is breaking down the left side. He's got McGeady on his tail. Ward goes past McGeady, and McGeady fouls Ward. And he will probably receive a yellow card for that tackle, I believe. He does. See, and there's another thing. Again, if that was Scowen giving the ball away, people would jump on his back. I mean, Max Power gave the ball away, and no one will really say anything. I mean, you've got to give criticism to the players who are giving the ball away, and Max Power was one there. It's not just Scowen all the time. But it's a free kick to Blackpool on the left side. Their left, our right side. Anything in the comments there, Philly?
Yeah, but I've gone and lost it. People are saying we won't even make the playoffs now. Apparently so. Karen says Wimbledon 1, Rochdale 2 in our league, and that's it. I mean, there's just nothing happening on the pitch, nothing happening in the comments, and nothing happening in my house. Right, away you go.
Ball whipped in towards the back post, and it's headed by a Blackpool player, and it's a goal kick to Sunderland. I mean, I still think we'll make the playoffs, but I don't think we'll win them. Not on form like this. We will not win them on form like this.
We'll definitely make the playoffs. I mean, I've said all along we'd make top 2, so we're definitely going to make the playoffs.
It's just terrible. I mean, anyway, the ball's knocked down the line and Charlie White's hit the deck and the referee's not given a foul. It's found itself to Luke Garbett on the left side of the pitch. You go long down the line. Bailey Wright will control it and give it inside to Luke O'Neill, approaching the halfway line in the centre of the pitch, gives it to Grant Ledbetter. Ledbetter sprays it out to the left, and Ballard's there to head it away. But it's found itself on the left side of the pitch to Denver Hume, who comes inside and plays it over to Max Power right back. Max Power over to Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch comes inside and goes past Luke Garbett. He'll float the ball in towards Rod Stewart, and it's intercepted, and Jerry Yates will come away with the ball, gives it to Ward. Ward over to Kai just on the halfway line on the centre of the pitch. He's got Robson on the outside. He gives it to Robson. Robson now coming forward. Luke Garbutt runs on the outside of him. But Robson comes back on himself and plays it into the middle to Dougal. Dougal to Ward. Ward spreads it over to the right side to Turton. Turton back to Ward, who gives it in the middle to Dougal. Back to Ward, who plays it all the way back to Thornley. Thornley to Husband. I tell you what, like, we need to put a high press on. Do they not realise we're getting beat here? Well, that's a Ballard.
Ross Stewart is literally the only player doing it. And even he doesn't really look to do it with any intensity. He's only been in the pitch about a minute.
We're not pushing forward up. We're not pushing them out their defence. We're like pressing them when they're getting our half. It's stupid. Anyway, as Ward hasn't kept the ball in, and it's a Sunderland throw in.
Sorry, Dino. Just very quickly, Doncaster have pulled a goal back. Peterborough 2, Doncaster 1 now. So, but we need to win this game. Like, it's just rubbish.
It is rubbish, like. Anyway, Sunderland have the ball with Charlie White now. Charlie White's inside his own half. Spreads it out to Max Power. He's got Gooch in front of him. Max Power stops the ball and plays it. Goes long down the right side of the pitch looking for the run of Charlie White, where the Blackpool defender will just watch it go out for a goal kick. I mean, it's just not working. Just why? Oh, we keep doing this, going long. Anyway, Jack, it's your turn to commentate, mate. I'm glad because I'm sick.
Thought you were going to forget. Right. 67 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock. Score is currently Sunderland 0, Blackpool 1. And unfortunately, I've got to commentate for the rest of the game. Not sure who it was who said earlier that we're going to take the dog out as opposed to watch the rest of the game. I wish I was you. I wish I could have a dog and take it out for a walk. But here we are. Anyway, Kai is actually on the ground at the moment. Of course, he scored that great volley earlier in the game. To break the deadlock. Looks like he's holding his knee. So we have got a bit of a break in play at the moment. Very quickly, 279 people watching, 196 likes. If you haven't already, why not give us a like? Just hit that thumbs up button. It is free, it doesn't cost anything. If you are enjoying the stream, see if I can get a 250 by the end of the stream. That's what we like to hit normally. So if you haven't already, please do give us a like and subscribe as well. If you haven't, we are very, very close to 6,000 subscribers. We're closing in. Hopefully, we'll get there by the end of the season. So if you haven't already done either of those two things, it's free to do both of them. It won't cost you anything, and it will really help us out. So it looks as if Kai is sorting off the pitch with the physio at the moment. Not quite sure if he's going off injured yet. I mean, there's nothing to talk about at the moment, but it's probably more interesting than anything that's happening in the game. But I'll tell you what is interesting. There's Jordan Jones looking as if he's getting ready to get on. Jordan Jones with his red and white, beautiful red and white top on. I wonder who will be coming on for us. Carl Winchester as well is just behind him. I wonder if Johnson's going to make 4 substitutions all on. So Grant Ledbetter is gone off. I presume that's for Carl Winchester. First and foremost, just as we went over the 69th minute. Jordan Jones and Carl Winchester going on for Josh Scowen and Grant Ledbetter. So we're changing things up quite a bit.
We've just took off with 2 centre midfielders.
Well, Power might go in to midfield with Winchester, maybe.
I'm confused.
I mean, we'll see how this plays out. We'll see how this goes. We'll see what looks as if what's going to happen with them. I'm not entirely sure. Really, the goalkeeper's getting ready to take this goal kick now.
Tell you what, like someone hasn't had their oranges at half time. Like I'm telling you.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Just oranges though.
A lot of people in the chat are just saying that's it for the playoffs now. Everybody's just giving up. Tony Lee says Johnson no better than Parky over the last few games. We're back in play anyway, Jack.
Yeah, we are. As the ball gets knocked down our left-hand side, Luke O'Nien smashes it up the line. White tries to take it down. I say try. The ball gets sent out for a Sunderland throw-in on the left-hand side. Denver Hume to take this one. Throws it back to Luke O'Nien. Over to Bailey Wright. Now it's with Lyndon Gooch, who looks to be in the right back position. Dinks it forward over Ross Stewart's head. Takes some doing that. Taken down by the Blackpool centre half and sent forward. But Luke O'Nien's the only man to get there. Jerry Yates is the closest Blackpool player to him as O'Nien knocks it back to Lee Burge. Lee Bird inside his own box now, just knocking the ball out in front of him, takes it in his stride, knocks it long. Looking for Ross Stewart, who does win the header. Charlie White tries to take it down again. But Sunderland have actually won a free kick, I believe.
Just very quickly, Jack. Crew have equalised the Charlton. It's Charlton 1, Crew 1 now, which is pretty good. CONRAD tells us that Gooch has gone to right back. Power in the middle is how the change has worked out.
Well, there you go then. Is Aidan McGeady getting ready to take this free kick? No, I think it was for a high foot. I think it was for a high foot in the end. I would say it's about 30 yards from goal, just a touch over towards the left-hand side. I wouldn't quite say typical Aidan McGeady distance, but not too far from that. He might look too deep into the box. You never know. Ross Stewart is among the few names in the box. Gooch also stood just a few yards over his shoulder. He might not have a Gooch and hit. You never know. Anyway, McGeady going towards the ball, dinks it into the box. No one's picking up Ross Stewart, who heads it across the box. Charlie White, great save from the goalkeeper.
Oh, hey man!
Away. I mean, no one was picking up Ross Stewart at the back post there. No Blackpool player even sitting or he was there, headed across. Charlie White then got a touch on it, but to put it towards the goal, but the keeper saved it. Probably our best chance of the game so far. But Denver Hume has the ball now, and he's been fouled by the Blackpool player, takes it quickly, feeds it into Aidan McGeady, back to Luke O'Nien, bit of a hospital ball. That O'Nien quickly gets it into Denver Hume, back to Lee Burge. Burge kicks it in his stride, knocks it long, ball goes over the halfway line, looking for Ross Stewart's header. Stewart flicks it onto White. White running through on goal now. He's sent the Blackpool player down, and the referee has put his whistle in his mouth and blown it. And it looks as if it's going to be a Blackpool goal kick. Daniel, that was a good chance for us there, wasn't it?
And I mean, Ross Stewart, wins it out of the back post, knocks across. That should be a goal. I mean, Charlie White's form, we're looking at the replay now. That should be a goal. It's a good save. But if it's just more to the left of the keeper, it's in. And you can see it's poor finishing that should be a goal. That's the story of our season. Chances like that we haven't taken.
Yeah, as the goalkeeper takes this free kick now, punts it long towards Sonny. I think that's Sonny Kaikai, I think.
No, he's been brought off. It's Dimitri Mitchell.
Dimitri Mitchell then knocks it back to Luke Garbutt at left back into Mitchell. Shows how much attention you pay to such a boring game. As Gooch gets a foot in, goes out for a Blackpool throw-in on the left-hand side. Which
just very quickly, Go
on.
Marley Gibson on the chat says 3 managers have failed with this team. It can't be down to the manager, apparently. So there you go. People blaming the manager. Back in play, Jack, sorry.
As a back, feeds it inside, ball goes back to their number 3 inside now, back to Luke Garbutt, who's got the ball on the left-hand side. Garbutt puts a cross into the box where Gooch takes a deflection off Gooch, ball falls to Hume, who clears it long. Now, I think that's Turton has the ball over to the lad on the right-hand side, feeds it to Turton coming into the box. He's got power between him and the goal. Turton finds a player on the edge who went to take a shot. That was rubbish. Right, knocks it into McGeady. Winchester couldn't quite control the ball, and Blackpool look to come at this once more. I think that's Mitchell over towards Luke Garbutt. Garbutt over towards number 3, who puts a cross in, goes over the top of everyone, out for a Sunderland goal kick. And Lee Burge very quickly picking the ball up, putting it down, getting ready to take this one. Lee Burge getting ready to take this goal kick. Needs to do it quickly though. Burge knocks it long as you are 74 minutes and 42 seconds into this game. White couldn't win the header. Luke O'Nien does though. White's got a second chance, but the referee's given a free kick to Sunderland for a foul on Luke O'Nien. O'Nien trying to take this one quickly, trying to get us moving again. He plays it short to Max Power. Power over to Denver Hume on the left-hand side. Hume running a Turton who sticks a foot in the ball, falls to Power. Power dinks it into the box. Stewart couldn't win the header. Ball still bouncing around, but the referee has blown his whistle. I think Ross Stewart has been caught offside there. And the game stopped again.
Just very quickly then, Jack, in the chat, Jamie Bowes is a Blackpool fan saying they seem to be an unlucky team for us. But then he's also saying that the game's not finished yet. He reckons we've got plenty of attacking talent. I don't know where that is tonight. And, of course, an advert came up on the screen there saying, buy the stream for Saturday against Plymouth Argyle. Well, this is a good advert. This is a good advert to promote that. We're back in play, Jack.
Yeah, Jones heads it forward, but it's taken down by number 17 and now played up the line. Luke O'Nien heads it down to Denver Hume, who hooks it forward, but Blackpool only get the ball back. Now it's number 18 in the middle. Looks to put it in the box, but O'Nien heads it. Hume takes the ball down now, but he's fouled by then number 18. Free kick to Sunderland then, just on the left side of our box, which I think Lee Burge will go to take. Oh,
I'll tell you what, I'm not looking forward to the review, like.
Oh,
I've got a great idea for it, but just I'll speak to you after.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing that then. As Ross Stewart heads it on, but no Sunderland player to get there. I mean, some's own like really. Or Zach Gooch or O'Nien, I don't know. Ball falls to Billy right now. It's Lyndon Gooch on the halfway line on the right hand side. Gooch looks to be playing right back at the moment, or right wing back, maybe, I'm not sure. Winchester in the centre circle over to Jordan Jones. Jones over to Denver Hume on the left hand side. Back to Jordan Jones. Infield to Max Power. Trying to play a forward pass. I don't think there's many on. He does find one in Denver Hume, who's taken down there. Quite cleverly done, I think, from Denver Hume. Free kick to Sunderland then. Mitchell just getting in a little bit late there. Free kick to Sunderland on the left-hand side. Then can't even speak. The game's just... Anyway, Jordan Jones to take this free kick then. Will he play it short or will he be ambitious and look to send it into the box? Jones plays it short at Denver Hume and makes a run up the line. Hume looks to cross it into the box. Stewart wins the header, but easily caught by the goalkeeper. And there's a Blackpool player down. I think that's Ollie Turton, I believe. Might not be. I'm not too sure. We're going to break and play. Philly, any comments?
No, back to you, Jack.
Oh, I was hoping for you to just read a few things out, but...
Right, well, Luke Darby says, what do you think KLD is thinking now? Chris Smith says, we need a goal.
Have I still got that receipt kicking about?
We need a goal. Thanks, Captain Obvious. He says, apparently, Conrad said this Mitchell kid they brought on was a trialist for us.
He was.
So
yeah,
he was.
He trained with us,
Yeah,
but Ian McGee has the ball on the right
hand
side.
Back in play.
Coming at the middle, Dimitri Mitchell intervenes and Blackpool have the ball back. Yeah, he was. He trained with us for a couple of weeks. I think we're actually looking at Garbutt as well. Ball goes forward, headed by Jerry Yates, who's trying to take it down. Power intervenes and finds Denver Hume. Now Bailey Wright has it. Over to Lyndon Gooch. Gooch punts it long over towards the left-hand side. White isn't able to win the header, and the ball gets sent forward then out for a throw-in on the left-hand side. Luke O'Nien to take this one. Throws it short to Lee Burge. As the camera pans to Lee Johnson, I think the cameraman's just thinking let's show something more interesting in the game, and in all fairness, probably is.
To be honest,
the ball now finds... You what, sorry?
We've been better in the second half, but only slightly. But at least they sort of like seem to be trying to get it forward and up to them. I mean, we've got 11 minutes left, and we need to win this game. But anyway, back to you, Jack.
Yeah, Blackpool have the ball now in the centre. The ball goes forward into, I think that's Fry or Mitchell, one of the two. Now it's in the centre circle again over towards there. Number 3, the left centre back, over to Luke Garbutt. Infield now back again to their number 3, just inside their own half. Stewart is the only player really putting any pressure as he follows the ball all the way to Maxwell in goal, who punts it long towards the right-hand side. Luke O'Nien with the free header. Wyke tracking back, trying to win the ball now as Blackpool attack down the right. Luke O'Nien does well to intervene, but the linesman's put his flag up out for a Blackpool throw-in then. Ball just ran out of play, apparently. Denver Hume protesting that one, but doesn't look like the officials
free
are going to
kick, man, Jack. I think he's given a free kick.
Oh, well, my bad. Free kick on the right-hand side. Then Luke Garbutt jogs over to take this one. Yeah, I can see what he's giving that for. I think Hume just gets in his way, really, without getting any of the ball. So Luke Garbutt to take this free kick out on the right-hand side then. Garbutt getting ready. Blackpool have got a few men in the box. Jerry Yates, their number 9, probably the tallest player, swings it into the box. taken down by Winchester. Ball's bouncing about in the box. McGeady picks it up though on the left-hand side, threads it into Jordan Jones, who tries to beat his man, but Garbutt gets down and tackles him. Slipped into their player on the right-hand side, who looks to put the cross in, but Gooch is the only player there who smashes it into the north stand, into the northeast corner, out for a Blackpool corner kick. Philly, anything in the live chat?
Christmas says we're usually a team of two halves, but not today. There's people saying we need a whole new team. Well, it's corner to Blackpool, so I'll hand it back to you, Jack.
Yeah, Garbutt to take this one, headed away. Only as far as Aidan McGeady. Inside Sunderland's box now. Tries to hook it away, but Blackwood have the ball back now with Jerry Yates chasing it down on the left-hand side. He does get there as Denver Hume goes over. Yates knocks it back to their number 6 infield now. Winchester trying to interfere. He does get a foot on it as the ball bounces over to the left-hand side. Only for a Blackpool throw in, though, which Ross Stewart is jogging over to get the ball in the end and gives it to Husband, who lets the ball drop out of his hands. Doing his best Lee Burge impression. Let's
John
go.
John Swinney's back from walking the dog, and he says 2 crap halves. But we're back in play again for more exciting football.
Yeah, should have just stayed out then. It's shot by Jerry Yates on the edge of the box, just wide of the post there, just wide of the near post. Came out of nothing really, that. Arguably one of the moments of the game. Really. Yeah, flicked on. I think that was Mitchell.
Right, just quickly, Jack. Then Frankie Ramos on the chat says Oxford are 5 points behind us in 7th, and they've got 12 points from the last 5 games, whereas we've got 2 in the same time. Not good. So there you go. Back to you, Jack.
Lyndon Gooch infield to Aidan McGee now, who turns his man and plays the ball with his left foot over to Ross Stewart, who couldn't quite take the ball down. Stewart does well to keep it in, and now the ball finds Jordan Jones on the left-hand side after Stewart hooted towards him, back to Denver Hume, into Max Power now on the edge. Power lined up for a shot wide of the post, out for a goal kick. Got my hopes up there, lads. I thought that one might have flew into the back of the net. You never know, but a bit of a hopeful attempt when you get in the replay. That to see how close it was. Yeah, it didn't look too close.
Yeah, it didn't actually. Do you know what the mad thing is about this game? The mad thing is, right, it's been too, the game's been awful, let's be fair, but what's separated with is a quality goal, and people will say, oh, the defence should have done better. He's literally took it first time. I mean, the ball's fell to him, he took it first time, it's went in. It's just took a wonder strike to separate both teams.
As the ball's bouncing about into centre now, Yates takes it down, Jones puts a foot in. Number 18 over towards Turton, who puts it forward. And number 15 takes it down, flicks it, well, into nobody in the box, really. And Lyndon Gooch picks the ball up into Carl Winchester now, over to Max Power. Power tried to play a pass, but a Blackpool player, good bit of pressure, sends the ball out for a goal kick, which Lee Burge will take. Lee Burge then, getting ready to take this. Sends it long. Looking for the header. Charlie White, ball falls into the path of Max Power, who finds Aidan McGeady about 25 yards from goal. Loads of Navy shirts around him. Slips it over to Lyndon Gooch out on the right-hand side. Gooch trying to put a ball in. He's got Power on the overlap. He puts it on his left foot, crossing at the box, headed away, falls to falls to Denver Hume. Back to Jordan Jones. Jones cuts inside. Won by a Blackpool player, though, and I think that's Mitchell comes away with the ball. He's got Garbutt in support, who he knocks the ball over to. Strong tackle by Lyndon Gooch to stop the attack. Can Sunderland attack themselves? No. Gooch sends it towards the box, but headed away. Garbutt keeps it in, only as far as McGeady, who takes it down, plays it to Gooch. Infield to Max Power. Spreads it over to Jordan Jones. He's got Hume on his left. Jones strikes it with his right foot, but that's Wover. Wide and over.
That's Wover.
Wover. It's Wover.
Wover.
Massive thank you. 331 people watching the stream at the moment. 219 likes. Just hit the thumbs up. Let's get that up there. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, it's free to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. That will really help our channel out if you would do so. Please, Thank you. Back to this fantastically exciting game at the Stadium of Light. Back to you, Jack.
Yes, thanks, Phil. You could have kept talking a bit longer. There's Luke O'Nine wins the header from the goal kick. Only to be answered by a Blackpool player, though. O'Nine couldn't quite win the other header. Then number 15 flicks it on. Hume gets in the way of that ball. Yates picks it up on the right-hand side. Feeds it in Turton now. Power wins the ball. Finds Jordan Jones on the left-hand side. Jones skips past his man. Definitely got fouled in the process there. Skipped past, knocked the ball and was just going to run past him. But then number 26 just got in the way. I think he knew what he was doing there. He just thought he'd get in the way and wouldn't let Jones beat him for pace. Really, I think that was Ballard. There's Sunderland have a free kick then, just inside Blackpool's half towards the left-hand side. Philly, any comments?
No. Posh fan tuning in. Kim Andrews, there's just nothing happening, man. Honestly, I'm really sorry. Harrison, so we've got all fans coming in now. They're all having a laugh. Peterborough fans are in there. Blackpool fans.
Congrats on promotion, honestly. I wish we could have done it. But...
Yeah, well done. Well done to you guys. We've dropped down to fourth at the moment to where we stand on the table. Charlton apparently are winning 2-1, Conrad says now. So it just gets better and better, doesn't it? Back in play, Jack.
Lyndon Gooch has the ball in our own half now. Back to Lee Burge. Just outside our own box. Burge sends it long. O'Nine tried to take it down, couldn't really do so. McGeady ends up winning the ball back for Sunderland, slips it into Luke O'Nine, who finds himself in a forward position where Blackpool win the ball back over to Luke Garbutt on the left-hand side, who knocks the ball up the line looking for their number 6, who's found himself in the box now. Denver Hume intervenes and manages to come away with the ball after a bit of a kerfuffle. Sunderland free kick inside their own box now, which Lee Burge should be looking to take quite quickly. Harrison Dean on the chat says, cheers, mate. Sunderland need a stronger midfield. I'm not sure who he supports, but I would definitely agree with you. That's been our main problem, I think, centre midfield. Don't really have anyone who can drive the ball forward or create anything. Ball gets sent long. Ross Stewart couldn't win the header. O'Nine flicks it down into the path of Denver Hume, who spreads it over to Jordan Jones, running at his man now on the left-hand side, trying to cut in. Power goes on the overlap. Jones finds Power. Can he put a ball in the box? Power does so, but it is blocked straight away by Ballard, out for a Sunderland corner on our left-hand side, which Jordan Jones quickly runs over to pick the ball up. Is he going to be the man to take it? It looks so. Stewart, Wyke, Power, Gooch, Winchester, Wright, O'Nine are all among the names of players in the box to win for. Aidan McGeady just stood on the edge. Jones whips it in. Terrible ball. Flicked away. Only as far as Aidan McGeady on the edge. McGeady couldn't quite get a good control of it, and Blackpool coming with it now with Jerry Yates to try to feed it in the path of someone else, but Denver Hume intervened. He finds Ross Stewart over towards Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side. Can Sunderland capitalise here? Gooch got a few bodies in the box to aim for. Up against Garbutt, does manage to find the ball. Stewart heads it down to McGeady. McGeady tried to put the ball back across the box, but it's good last-ditch defending from, I think that was Luke Garbutt there, whoever it was, might have been Husband, I'm not sure, but a good bit of defending there as that ball was just going to get slid across the box into the path of White. Last-ditch tackle there, just sent it out to play. Sunderland have a corner then. Aidan McGeady this time to whip this one in from the right-hand side. McGeady, right arm goes up, sends it into the box. Flicked away by a Blackpool player again and volleyed away this time. Lee Burge be the player to pick this one up then. Takes it down with his left foot. 89 minutes and 48 seconds gone of this awful game. Sends it long looking for Ross Stewart. Couldn't quite find him, and Maxwell picks up the loose ball there for Blackpool. Thank you to John Swinney, who's just donated $8.99 New Zealand dollars, saying, hope this cheers you up. So thank you for that, John. Actually really helped us out on the channel. Thank you for your donation. Unfortunately, John, we appreciate the gesture. It will really help us out, but I think the only thing that could cheer me up now would be 2 Sunderland goals. But thank you for your donation. We just want to point out as well, it is free to comment on the live chat if you wish to do so. We'll read out as many of them as we can. But Sunderland are back in play. Burge sends it long, headed by a Blackpool defender, taken down by Jordan Jones over to Denver Hume on the left-hand side. Hume puts the ball into the box, takes a few deflections, cleared away by another Blackpool defender 09 is able to head it over to Jones on the left-hand side. Jones coming inside now. Over to Max Power on the left-hand side. He's been there quite a lot now. Threads it into Denver Hume. Tries to cross the ball in the box. Blocked by the Blackpool defender again.
5 minutes. 5 minutes injury time. We're playing. Matt Luke 88 says one word: gutted. What's happened to my team? I've loved for 30 years. I know. Back in play anyway, Jack.
As Lyndon Gooch has the ball now on the right-hand side, trying to get the ball forward, but number 12's just nullifying any of his attempts, really. And Denver Hume has the ball now, does well to get away from his man and retain possession. Finds Jordan Jones just ahead of him, over towards Max Power on the left-hand side. Power. Infield to Aidan McGeady. Back out wide, Jordan Jones is going to look to put a cross in. He does so, dinks in with his left. Charlie White wins the header. Great save from the goalkeeper.
Oh, what a save!
Another great save from their goalkeeper. Lyndon Gooch takes it down now, sends it towards the box, headed away by a Blackpool defender, chested down by Jerry Yates, who knocks it over towards their player on the right-hand side, who's limping actually now. Denver Hume showing no mercy, taking the ball from him, putting the ball in the box. Their number 26 players are now out for a throw-in, and the referee goes to see the Blackpool player who went down with an injury. Yes, it was 5 minutes at a time played, 2 minutes and 13 seconds of that. It's either Mitchell or Fry. I'm not entirely sure which one is down injured. Denver Hume.
It's Ward.
You what, sorry?
It's Ward.
Oh, well, there you go. Ward down injured. Just looked as if it was a muscle pain. Just getting another view of that save. A brilliant save again from the Blackpool kid. Maxwell, he's to be fair to us, Maxwell's actually had a good game tonight. He's stopped a lot of good chances.
Thing is, though, is it our poor finishing or his good saving?
Brilliant save.
A bit of both, but I think
I thought he connected well with that, and I don't think there's much else he could have done there. I thought it was a brilliant save. Just very quickly, Portsmouth have now taken the lead just to make it even worse for us. So 3-2 they are now. Oh, it's. I mean, every time when we've no time left, and we're just there, and we're just hoping to get a goal. What for a draw? It's just. Oh God, honestly.
The thing is, though, again, Philly, like this game, it's been decided by unbelievable strike by Kai. I mean, if you look on chances, we've created the best chances, but then we've took their one chance of practically had, and that was Kai's absolutely fundable. The last time we played them, it took a mistake by Lee Burge. It just shows there's nothing between the two teams. It's fine margins, and again, then we've took their chance where we haven't.
Denver Hume.
Don't get us wrong, it's still been a poor game.
Hang on. Max Power's got the ball in the box now. Sends it across, flicked away by their number 3 in the box. Very nearly took a nick off his ankle. That very nearly found its way into the back of the net. There was a 1-2 from Hume and Jones in the lead up that, slipped it into Max Power, who drilled the ball across the box. Sunderland take this corner then. Lyndon Gooch tries to deliver it in as Lee Burgess made his way up with 94 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. 5 minutes added on, so we've got less than 30 seconds remaining now. Aidan McGeady getting ready to take this. Basically, every Sunderland plays forward, drills it in the box. That is a terrible, terrible corner now. And here come Blackpool breaking. Jordan Jones gets there just before the Blackpool player was able to, and plays it out to Aidan McGeady. McGeady on the right-hand side. The ball bounces out off a Blackpool player, out for a Sunderland throw in. The Blackpool player throws himself to the floor after the slightest connection with Aidan McGeady, clearly trying to make it out as if McGeady had done anything wrong there, which he definitely didn't. But Gooch has this throw in now, short. Bailey Wright, back to Lyndon Gooch, who's just let the ball run out of the player, and that's out for a Blackpool throw in now, just inside their own half, which they're going to take the time to take, but you can't blame them.
Tony Lee says, good prediction, Dino.
What did he say?
I said 1-0 Blackpool, didn't I?
There you go. The Terminator stands to be correct.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
It's your fault. As Sunderland have a free kick now after a foul on Carl Winchester. Every Blackpool player is doing everything they can to just get in the way of the ball to stop it going back to Lee. Burge is going to take this one. We've played the 5 minutes and an extra 52 seconds on top of that, although there's been a few stoppages within at a time. Burge sends it long. Stewart wins the header down to Charlie White. The ball goes over towards our left-hand side, but a Blackpool player wins it first. Out for a Sunderland throw-in. Hume, short of Max Power, back to Denver Hume, who sends it into the box. Maxwell couldn't quite catch it. The ball couldn't quite bounce to any Sunderland players. Winchester knocks it back to Lyndon Gooch, who takes the ball towards the right-hand side. He's got McGeady just ahead of him. Gooch does well to come inside, delivers it into the box with his left foot headed away by a Blackpool defender. Out for a Sunderland corner. We've played the 5 minutes and an additional minute and 30 seconds. But as I say, there's been a few stoppages within this added time. Lee Burge coming up for the corner once more. Hopefully a better corner from Aidan McGeady this time. A better delivery. Just about. Ball goes into the box. Headed by, I think that was Jordan Jones, over the bar. Out for a Blackpool goal kick, but there'll be no time to take up because the referee has blown his full-time whistle. It's finished. Sunderland 0, Blackpool 1. And there you go. There we have it. Anyway, lads, I've got to wrap this up just now so I can crack on with the review we do after every game. Just want to say, I'm not really looking forward to that one, but just want to say thank you to everyone who's tuned in. I've currently got 352 people watching. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Everyone's tuned in now. If you haven't already, please do give us a like. We've got 231 likes. Let's see if we can get a 250 by the end of the stream. If you have just joined us as well, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. We're closing on 6,000 subscribers. We'd like to get there for the end of the season. It is free to do, so it's free to like and it's free to subscribe. If you are new to this channel, you won't miss any of our future watch-alongs, anything else we do on the channel, such as the Sunday Bunch or Thursday Night Live. Anyway, we're going to leave it here. We're going to crack on with the
wait there. Come to me. Come to me.
Dino, I remembered. All right. I mean, you interrupted me floor there. Not really looking forward to doing the review. But anyway, Dino, I know as I was wrapping up, you like to give a mention, don't you, at the end?
Yeah, big thank you to Marianne Carlo from Boston, Massachusetts, Morley Gibson, our friend Tom Wallace, Miguel Sanchez, Joe Gray Trumpet, Ian Buckingham, Mad Mackham, and John Swinney. Thank you for your donations. It helps out a lot. Thank you very much. Big round of Michael Bowers, round of applause. Thank you for your donations. Much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you for those donations. Of course, but we're going to leave it there. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in. But from myself, Jack Dodds, from Way Philly, and from Dino Welgar, stay safe. Bye-bye. Take care, and we'll see you for the next game. Bye-bye.